Ladies and gentlemen, Boswell Media Sports presents Friday Night Football.
Boswell Media Sports presents Kosciusko Whippet Football. Now, here's the voice of the Whippets, Breck Riley.
It's week 3 of the high school football season, and your Kosciusko Whippets remain undefeated and 2-0. And for the second week in a row, the team had no problem taking down a larger opponent as the Whippets got a 42-0 win over 5A Florence last Friday night. Caden Wade tossed for 2 touchdowns and put up 205 passing yards, and the Whippets ground game continued to impress, rushing for over 220 yards. And the starting defense pitched another shutout. Tonight, the Whippets are back at home, and they are hosting their bitter rivals from just down the road in Carthage, the Gators of Leake Central. The Gators are fresh off a big win of their own, a 49-38 victory over traditional power Wayne County, and they are also undefeated on the young season. This game last year went into overtime and was decided by a 2-point conversion. Well, anything can happen when these two rivals face off. This is the Prairie Farms pregame show. Up next, we'll hear from head coach Casey Orr. It's the Whippets versus the Gators from Boswell Media Sports.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatments? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
At Pickles Drug Store, your pharmacist does more than fill prescriptions. They're your guide to better health. We help you understand your medications, ensure your insurance is handled smoothly, and answer all your questions with care. Because at Pickles, you're not just a customer, you're part of our community.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Visit us today on the east side of the square in Kosciusko. Pickles Drug Store, your community Health Mart pharmacy, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame as we're counting down the moments until kickoff in this rivalry showdown between the Kosciusko Whippets and the Leake Central Gators here at Landrum Field. We've got a few segments to sit and talk with the Whippets head football coach Casey Orr, and as always, Coach, we'll take a look back at last week's game before we turn our attention to this week's game, and as always, we'll kind of go offense, defense, special teams, but you got to like offensively last week, what your guys did, putting up 42 points. So how would you rate the play of your offense in the game against Florence?
Thought we had a really good second quarter of Friday night. Left a little to be desired in the first quarter. Had 2 turnovers early in that game that killed some drives. But then you come back in the second quarter and score 3 touchdowns and are able to go in at halftime up 28-0. So you like that. You like that your guys are scoring in different ways. You put the first drive of the game was a long drive that you put together and went and scored, which you like to see that. And on the flip side of that, you have some explosive plays that score, and that's good. You want to be able to do both. So just proud of their execution once we kind of got going. Would like to see that from the jump, but those guys have played really well up until this point.
One thing I had to ask you about Roundtree is he the fastest player you've ever coached? Because he is fast.
He is fast, and what makes him look so fast is the fact he's a lot like a Barry Sanders type, where he's full speed almost immediately, and he can cut and be back to full speed almost immediately. Top end speed he can't really run, but it's more of his explosiveness and how quick he is at top end speed. But he is definitely one of the more explosive players I've ever had. You have someone like Roundtree, and then the offense has to pay attention to him. But then you have so many other weapons, and I thought another one the other night was C.J. Sandifer, and showed a lot of grit. Got hurt. He had his two offensive linemen carry him off like a sack of potatoes off the field, and then he was able to come back in and get some action in the second half. So what can you say about his gritty performance against Florence? He had a good night against Florence, and he's a young man that just runs a lot bigger than what he is. You see him, in street clothes, and you wouldn't think that he can go out there and run a football with as much power and authority as he does, but he's rarely ever tackled by the first guy, and he's rarely ever knocked backwards. He ends up finding a way to fall forward for a yard or two every time, and is just a very dynamic running back for us. Catches the ball out of the backfield well, which he showed the other night with a nice one-handed catch. But he's just a kid that plays the game really hard, and he definitely brings something to our team that you don't get from other guys, with just how physical he is running the football. You mentioned that one-handed catch, and he caught it at about the 9, and then he was hit about the 6 with about 4 jerseys, and he got into the end zone. It's one of those things where you'll see people post online and be like, he scored on this play. And you think it's like a snapshot of it, and you would think, how did he score on that play? But he just kept grinding, and for someone that, I wasn't sure if we'd see him in the second half, but he just kind of, kept grinding it out and making the effort there. And I kind of think that's kind of the attitude of most of your guys on offense that I've seen so far. Yes, sir, it is. And it's about finishing plays. And you like to see that. It's just a mindset of, I'm going to finish a play, and I'm going to get everything out of it that I can. And that carries over to your teammates. Your O-line wants to go block for a back who runs the football like that. You want to go do that. For someone who's running the football that hard, so that's contagious. Well, I hope C.J. Witt and maybe bought some kangaroo crossing or something for Wilkes and Riley Petit that were carrying him off this week. But glad that C.J. he was able to get back in the second half. But let's look at the defense. Hard to be upset with the defense too much when you pitch a shutout, Coach. That's right. I think at the final stat line, Florence ran 31 plays Friday night and had a total of 47 yards. So. You're just barely over a yard per play, which is really good out of your defense. They also caused 3 turnovers, which is something we try to emphasize, is creating turnovers. Thought we tackled well, but my favorite thing is just how physical they were Friday night. Physicality wins. We tell our guys that, on the football field, violence wins, and you got to go play violent, play hard, play fast, play physical, and they did a good job of that Friday night. You kind of break the will of your opponent when they're just getting hit over and over, and it's just a relentless pursuit and effort from the defense. It really can get into your head as an offensive player. I think it was Nash. I think it was when he's right there lined up on the defensive line, and you could tell he was clapping and he was waiting for the offensive line to come to the line. And we mentioned on commentary, it's got to be intimidating when you see your opponents just not, I'm not going to say laughing, but he's right there ready to go for you. Yeah, and he had a really good game for us Friday night. I thought it was probably the best game he's played for us in 2 years as a starter, just with his effort. I mean, you're talking about a kid that's 6'2", 260, caught a fly sweep motion on the sideline one time, and that's kind of demoralizing for an offense when you get the ball into one of your playmakers' hands and he gets run down by the opposing team's D lineman. That's a little disheartening as well, and he had a good night for us. Take a look at special teams. Once again, your punt team's done great, Coach, because they haven't had to get to the field. But as far as kickoffs and kick returns and things like that, what did you grade the special teams? I thought you had a really good night on your kickoff coverage Florence team. I thought they had a lot of work Friday night, but they did a good job. Kick return, you never got a chance to really return one. They kicked off to start the game to us, and it was kicked out of bounds, so you never really got to see them do much of anything. Punt return, we did pop a punt for a touchdown, but got called back. But on that play, you saw a lot of really good things from your guys. They were really busting it, trying to get that punt popped and get Roundtree in the end zone. And like that effort, you get it called back because of a holding, but it was an effort play, so you're not too upset with that. Extra point had some hiccups the other night. We weren't able to get a snap and hold down a couple times, which we got to do a better job of that, but that's just part of early season stuff. And then, as you mentioned, the punt team in 2 games hasn't been out on the field, which that's great in one way, but in another way for a coach, it kind of makes you a little nervous because at some point you're going to have to do that, and you're going to have to be able to execute it because that's a big part of the game. So, we just keep practicing it hard every week, and hopefully when it comes time, our guys will be able to execute.
And for the second week in a row, Braden Ray got some juju on the football. We thought in the Shoba game it was either because it was a wet field or the grass was too big. The ball was just dying right at the sideline. But now, on the turf, the ball doesn't die like that. But it was stopping right there on the sideline. And at one point, one of your guys was close to grabbing the ball on the free kick. So Braden Ray continues to be a weapon on that kickoff.
Man, he has done a really good job for us this year on kickoff, and he's been perfect on extra points. That when we've gotten the ball snapped and held, and he's been able to kick it, and I think he's like 7 for 7 or maybe 8 for 8. But he's been really good kicking, and then like you alluded to on kickoffs, we asked him to do several different things, and he's executed that well for us. So he has been a weapon.
We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation with Whippets head football coach Casey Orr. You're listening to Kosciusko Football from Boswell Media Sports.
Gear up for deer season at the Attala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice brand feed. Everything you need is at the Attala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Attala County Co-op. Attala County Co-op.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Attala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Attala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Attala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is served to you daily at the drive-thru at both Kangaroo Crossing locations in Kosciusko. Bacon, eggs, biscuits for breakfast, chicken tenders, barbecue sandwiches, burgers, and more for lunch and dinner. Drive through and take home barbecue meat by the pound with sides of potato salad, baked beans, and coleslaw. All items in store are available for purchase at the drive-thru. Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive and Highway 12 in Kosciusko.
Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Pop the confetti. Allen's Furniture is celebrating 59 amazing years. Join the celebration at either our Kosciusko or Durant locations and register for your chance to win a big screen TV, a stylish area rug of your choice, or a jumbo beanbag, perfect for family movie nights. It's our way of saying thank you for decades of support. Discover new styles, the best prices, and maybe walk away a winner.
Come on home.
And welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame. Gators and the Whippets, a fun rivalry game. We'll get to more of that in our next segment. Right now, we want to focus on one of those position groups that we like to talk about each and every week. And, Coach, wanted to this week talk about your offensive line. You put up a lot of rushing yards so far in these first two games, and last week we really saw what you could do on that opening drive, kind of methodically going down the field, taking a lot of time off of the clock, keeping the other offense on the field, which I think probably going to be important tonight, is keeping that Leake Central offense off the field. But what can you say about that offensive line position group, here in their performance early in the season?
They've been good for us. They have, and that's a group that got a lot of reps last year as 10th graders, guys that were thrown into the fire at a very young age and had to figure things out, and they've gotten better and better each week. They carried over through the off season, through the summer, and they picked up right where they left off last year and have done a good job for us. And it's a deep group. It's a group that's got guys that can do different things. They bring different things to the table, and they mesh well together. And you're only as good as your offensive line, and that's just the way it is. So we're blessed to have the group that we have.
And you're playing down one of those starters. You had Kern, who kind of injured in the offseason. I know you expect to have him back at some point in the season, but so you had to go through finding someone to fill his shoes there. And Kern's a kid that's played a lot of football, and doesn't seem to be, you worry about a drop off right there with someone like Kern, but doesn't seem to be a drop off when your other guys have stepped up.
Well, they have, and it goes back to talking about this group has a lot of depth, and they do. And in years past, if you'd have lost a starter, you'd have really been in a bind, and we'll be glad to get Kern back whenever that is. But those guys behind him have done a really good job. Trace Reagan has stepped in and done a great job for us. Chavez Ellis is at center, has done a great job for us, and that's your two guys that didn't start for you last year. You got Wilkes and Riley Petit that played a lot of football for you that stepped in, and then of course Jeremiah Winter, who played on the defensive side of the ball last year, has done a really good job and been a very pleasant surprise. That's a young man that's has played 2 full football games on the O-line and has already picked up multiple college offers. So he's a guy that's really done a good job for you. And then you got Charlie Lang that comes in and can fill in there when needed to, and Deshaun Johnson and guys like that can step up and get in there and go. And he was your player of the game last week, but Braden McNeil is a very good offensive lineman that's right there that can step in and go if need be. So it's just a deep group.
One thing I wanted to talk about is that your starters haven't had to play a fourth quarter yet so far, and we kind of alluded to that last week about how important it was to get some of those younger guys in. But talking about the offensive line, I think almost the whole offensive line was new for the fourth quarter this week, and that's you want the skill guys to get in and get some reps at during these live game moments, but getting some of those other guys in along the offensive line is really crucial, because you're working on snap counts and different things. So I thought that for the second week in a row, getting some of those younger offensive linemen in and getting some reps was big.
It is, and it also gives those younger guys some confidence when they do have to step in. If you hope nobody ever gets hurt or goes down, but if they do, it gives those younger guys confidence that's going to come in behind them. And they know they've been in the fire and they've kind of seen what it's like. So it is good to get those reps. Now, on the flip side of that, you've got an offensive line that hadn't played 4 quarters yet. So you got to make sure you're staying in shape, you're preparing yourself, you're keeping your body ready to go. So when you do have to play 4 quarters, you're capable of doing that. So I guess there's always, I guess as a coach, you always find some bad in things, but we are always glad to get those young guys in and get them some action.
When we come back, we are going to talk about the opponents tonight, the Leake Central Gators, here in a big rivalry showdown in week number 3. You're listening to Kosciusko Football from Boswell Media Sports.
Watkins, Ward & Stafford welcomes member and partner Anita Goodrum, certified public accountant, to their Kosciusko office. Anita, along with Tammy Irving and staff, offer professional and personalized services and financial guidance for business and personal. Watkins, Ward & Stafford is a full-service accounting firm offering QuickBooks, online hosting solutions, payroll, and direct deposits. Welcome to Kosciusko, CPA Anita Goodrum. Watkins, Ward & Stafford, leading our clients through the next generation of change.
Imagine a gym that never sleeps. Just like your fitness goals. Holmes Healthplex is open 24/7, giving you the freedom to work out on your schedule, not ours. Wave goodbye to those pesky joining fees and hello to unlimited access to cardio machines, weights, and group classes like Pilates and spin, all included in your membership. Find us on Highway 12, where your fitness journey awaits around the clock at Holmes Healthplex.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
This is Chris Coleman, your neighborhood Alpha insurance agent. At Alpha, we understand the value of hard work, trust, and protection for the ones you love. Alpha Insurance has a long proven history of taking care of the folks who hold these same values. As your local Alpha agent, I want to help protect you and your family and help you succeed and prosper as you go through the journey of life. Call me at 662-289-1024, message me on Facebook, or drop in at 235 North Madison Street in Kosciusko. Alpha Insurance for all of your auto, home, life, and commercial needs.
Welcome back in to the Prairie Farms pregame show. One final segment with Whippets head football coach Casey Orr ahead of tonight's ball game as the Whippets are hosting the Leake Central Gators. And for first time in a long time, it's not a district game. It's a game that, you know, the teams like to play each other. It's a rivalry. And I think every year since Leake's been a school, Kosciusko has played them. So it's one of those, you put them on the schedule because the kids like the game, the communities like the game, Coach. But it is a rivalry game. And it's one of those where it's not a county rival, so it's not like an in-county rival, but it might as well be with Kosciusko and Carthage being 15, 16 minutes apart. And a lot of these kids, I mean, they know each other. The communities know each other. I tell people, I said, it's a fun rivalry game. It's an odd rivalry game because you never know what's going to happen.
No, that's right. In my time here at Kosciusko, it's been we've had some good battles with Leake Central, and I don't expect tonight to be any different. They've got a really good football team. We've got a really good football team, so it ought to be a fun game.
Back when I first started doing this, I know it was 2013, 14, 15, something like that. I was on the field before a game, and one of the linebackers told me, I hate coming here. Well, the game was at Carthage, and he said, I hate coming here. He said, something always happens. He said, it's a weird game. He said, it's just kind of odd, but that's what makes high school football games fun, though, because of that. But looking at the product on the field, what do you expect out of Leake Central on offense? They got some guys that can go.
They really do. Their quarterback is a really good football player. His first year he started for him at quarterback, but he's explosive, not only with his arm but with his feet. You gotta account for him every play. The running back runs really hard. Kind of reminds me a lot of CJ in how he runs the football. Finishes runs downhill. We've got to tackle well there, and then out wide they have some wide receivers that really can go. They got the Fortune kid who's a D1 prospect, got multiple D1 offers, and then they got a couple kids that go with him that can really run. Normally, if you have a D1 wide receiver, you can cut on the film and pick him out and say, hey, that's him. When you cut their film on, it's 2 or 3 guys that could be a D1 wide receiver, which that doesn't make you sleep well at night if you're the DC for us. But our guys have got to be able to keep the football in front of them. We can't let these guys get behind us. We can't let them hit us with big plays. We got to be able to make them put drives together, and we got to make them be content to take 2 or 3, 4 yards and see if they're willing to do it all the way down the field. And then we got to be able to call some turnovers when we get the opportunity. We got to be able to get the ball out. We got to be able to break on some passes, maybe get a pick here or there. But turnovers will play a huge part in this football game tonight.
Yeah, this was a game last year, one of I don't know how many, 25 overtime games we played last year. It was a game that went right down to the very end. At the end, you go for 2 in the overtime period and end up getting the win there. But as you alluded to, it was a game last year that felt like the Whippets controlled most of the game, but it was those big explosive plays from Fortune. And as you alluded to in the coaches show, that they can score from a long way out. So, I mean, you could do, you methodically and, try to keep them off the field as much as you can, but they can still have that big strike capability, and you got to be able to combat that tonight.
Yes, sir, and there's just never a time they let you feel comfortable on defense, because that it doesn't matter if you got them backed up on the 1-yard line. They can go 99 yards in a hurry, and you never feel comfortable with the lead just because of how quick they can score. They make you feel uncomfortable, and that's the best way I can put it. And our guys have just got to relax and play and have good eye discipline and know where they're supposed to be and what they're doing, and keep their eyes on their reads. And we just got to be able to tackle and be physical. That's something that we've really been able to hang our hat on for 2 weeks, is our physicality, and that can't change tonight.
And one final thing, Coach, I know coaches like to keep everything the same week to week, but, with this being a rivalry game and the schools being so close and everything, is it the players, have they been a little different this week in their preparation? Because whenever these teams play in basketball, you think Kosciusko Leake Central, big basketball, the gyms are full. There's people waiting in line in the parking lot to get in. But for football, has it been like that with both teams? A little buzz in the air, both teams coming in at 2-0.
Well, it is. It's definitely some excitement around the game, and our guys, to answer your question, are our guys preparing any differently? I don't think they are. In the fact, as far as routine, now they probably a little bit more excited about playing and getting on the field, of course. But as far as our routine and what we do, our Monday's still our Monday, our Tuesday's still our Tuesday, and so forth. We're going to prepare our guys the same way and make sure that we're putting them in the best spots to be successful on Friday night. And we know that they're going to come out and play hard tonight. We know both sides will, but we expect our guys' effort and our effort and our mentality to be different. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, we appreciate you for stopping by, and good luck in the game tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll give you tonight's starting lineups and keys to the game. It's Whippets football from Boswell Media Sports.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here, only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatment? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
Hello, I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector, your fetching athlete, your crumbs on the floor detector, the warm, snuggly heartbeat at your feet. State Farm understands why your pet means so much to you. So State Farm and Trupanion have teamed up to give your furry family members the protection they deserve. Pet medical insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Alvin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, Every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy, farm fresh goodness. From our family to yours, every single day.
Boswell Media Sports.
And welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame show. Brett Riley, Jeremy Tillman with you here from Landrum Field as we're getting ready for the start of the Whippets versus the Gators. We will continue with our pregame coverage as we give you tonight's starting lineups. So those are brought to you by Thomas Vision. We start first with the Whippets, and we will take a look at the defensive side of the ball. Your nose guard right in the middle be the big man, LaMarcus Riley. Your defensive tackle, Travion Nash, and your edge rusher going to be Nick Sudduth. Across your linebacking core, you're going to have Rakari Covington there in the middle. You also have T. Riley at one linebacker spot, and then a combination of Rowdy Roan and Rashad Harrington. Your defensive backfield, you're going to look at Keith Lay and J.T. Herron and Zay Riley as your safeties. Your cornerbacks are going to be Martavion Miller and Adarius Bond-Slater. We'll take a look at the offensive side of the ball, and that's where you're going to see a little bit of a change across that offensive line. On the center, still the same, Chavez Ellis. On the right side of the line, that's still the same as well. Trace Reagan will be your right guard. Your right tackle will be Jeremiah Winter. And on the left side of the line is where you see the changes. There's going to be flip-flops. Jadarius Wilkes is going to go from left tackle to left guard, and Riley Petit will go from left guard to left tackle. Coach Orr said the Whippets thought that both of those guys did a good job, but they like this lineup a little bit better for this particular matchup. So it's not that that's going to be the same all year, but just for tonight for sure. Looking at your receiving core, Jabry Pierce, L.D. McBride, Jontavius Roundtree, and then you're going to have C.J. Sandifer as your running back, H-back / fullback / everything else, Jackson Schuler, and then your quarterback will be Caden Wade, the junior. Those starting lineups brought to you by Thomas Vision. We will bring in Jeremy Tillman to the broadcast. And, Jeremy, we don't have starters for Leake Central, but we have a few key players, and that might as well be all of their starters because that's what they're going to be the ones we're talking about.
That's right. They're coming into this game tonight with a record of 2-0, so they got a big-time start on the season. And like you said, I mean, they've got skill guys all across the field, but I do want to mention a few of those. And when we think Leake Central football, one guy that probably stands out the most that people, talk about is receiver Tylen Fortune. And so that name is a name in this area and across the state that has gotten some recognition. So he's one of their receivers, but he's not the only receiver by any means. And so he is last week he had a couple of catches for 60 yards, but a couple other guys I want to mention is their quarterback, Dorian Hutchins. He's pretty explosive guy. He can throw it. Last week he threw for 305 yards against Wayne County. Running back, I want to just mention a few of those. They've got Israel Ross. He had some yardage last week. Vontae Williamson did. Javario Daly did. So those are three guys in the backfield. And then you got Williamson that can catch it. He may stick him in the backfield, but they also may spread him out as well. And Givon LaFleur, he had some catches as well. So a lot of times when people think Leake Central, they think Fortune, but he's not the only guy on the field by any means.
Yeah, they have talent all over the field. And as you mentioned, just put a whooping on a traditional power, Wayne County. You don't see Wayne County get rough-handled like that. So this Leake Central squad is one of the better ones in the few years to come through Carthage. So they're excited about what they have. And while we have a few more moments before we get to the prayer of the national anthem, we'll give you the field conditions and the weather report. Field conditions, turf field, so looks nice. Weather report, it's everything you thought week 1 would be and week 2. Hot, humid, muggy. The first 2 weeks we were spoiled. We got that sort of late October weather. Now it's not late October. It feels very much like the end of August. So you're muggy and hot outside, and, humidity could play a factor, even though with this being Game 3, the first true game where you get the humidity, the Mississippi humidity might
take effect. But those field reports and weather conditions are brought to you by the Italic County Co-op. Now it's time to give you the game numbers, brought to you by Watkins, Ward, and Stafford. If you need someone to handle accounting, payroll, anything like that, turn over to Watkins, Ward, and Stafford. This is the 15th meeting all-time between Kosciusko and Leake Central. Kosciusko leads the series 11 games to 3. The last meeting was September 6, 2024. Close game last year, 28-27. You heard Coach Orr and I talking about it this week in the interviews that Kosciusko played 4 or 5 overtime games last year, and it started with Leake Central, and that's when Coach Orr started the going for 2 there late in the ball game in the overtime period. And the Whippets, they did go for 2, and they got it. The Leake Central did not get their 2-point conversion, so 28-27. Another fun fact about this rivalry is that these teams have played every year since Leake Central has been a school. Leake Central combined Carthage, Thomastown, and Edinburgh into one school back in 2011, and they have played ever since. And another fun fact, Leake Central actually won the first matchup between the teams back in 2011. But very, very good rivalry here between the squads, as we talked about. Mostly a basketball rivalry, what you think of, because the gym, I remember this past year, the gym was packed. I mean, they were pre-selling tickets, and it was just a madhouse there in the gym when these two teams get together, whether it's in Kosciusko or it's in Carthage. And it looks like that's bleeding over to the football field. So we're excited about this one tonight with the Whippets' high-powered offense, who hasn't been stopped yet. Jeremy, one thing we talked about is that they still haven't punted yet. And as Coach Orr said, it might be good, it might be bad.
That's right, and mentioning that, that's one thing. Special teams is a big thing, and a game can turn in a hurry with special teams. And when you hadn't had the punt team on the field in a live situation, that can add a different element to it. And so, hey, it would be nice to be able to go tonight and not have to punt. But at some point, that punt team will be on the field.
Yeah,
so
going to have to get in there and get those game reps at some point. And another thing that hasn't happened yet, Jeremy, the starters have not played the fourth quarter. And again, that might be good. It might be bad, because at some point you are going to have to go deep into a ball game, so you got to be able to have those legs under you.
Yeah, and you mentioned the heat tonight. It's just a muggy night. It's different than the last couple of weeks. And, hey, like you said, the starters hadn't played the last two games, a full game yet this year. And so that can add another element to this game as well.
Now, the Whippets will bring out their captains, not quite to midfield. They're going to go to the 40, because the Big Red Band, is kind of stretching out towards midfield. But the captains for the Whippets tonight usually go with 2 offense and 2 defense. And I guess right now it's 1 offense, 2 defense, and 1 that could be either or. You're going to have Caden Wade, the quarterback, representing the offense, and then you have T. Riley, who can represent the offense. He does have a touchdown. He will come in and get some reps at running back, but he is also a starting linebacker. Then you also have the starting middle linebacker, Ricari Covington, and the big man, LaMarcus Riley, who is the nose guard. And I haven't seen Leake Central bringing captains out, unless that's all of them that they're bringing out right now, Jeremy.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do here. I don't know if the guy's in the front or – that's not their whole team for sure.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah, it looks like I don't know, maybe they are going to send all of the guys out to be captains. Not quite sure. Could be a situation where you have the honorary captains and then the captains that are going to walk out and handle the coin toss. But as far as I'm seeing right now, Jeremy, it looks like they do have 4 guys lined up walking out to handle that. It would be the quarterback, Dorian Hutchins, Tylen Fortune, who's going to be wearing number 9 tonight. He normally wears number 2 at home, number 9 on the road. Also, you're going to have Jaisul Harris, who is a defensive back, and another offensive lineman, Javion Lee. So those are your starters, or should say your captains for Leake Central. Jeremy, we already kind of touched on it a little bit, but some keys to the game for the Whippets tonight.
Yeah, I know, going into tonight's game, something to be big is to try to create and cause some turnovers early and just get the momentum. And, thinking back to even last year, one of the things that they hurt us on was just the big plays throughout the night. I mean, we was talking about it earlier. It'd be 3rd and forever, and they would throw it down the field and get a big play. And so don't give up big plays. Just always, don't let your guard down, because you don't want those guys to get behind you for sure, because that's when they hurt you. Consistent special team play. We mentioned the punt team earlier. The punt team has not been on the field, more than likely, it looks like if we're looking at both sides and the talent on both teams, it's a big possibility they will get on the field tonight. And so special teams play is always important. Just don't give up a big play on special teams. But, hey, at the end of the day, for this Whippet squad, just continue to do what you do. Play consistent. Last week it was a very physical football game. Continue to play physical, swarm to the football. That was one big thing last week. The defense, man, boy, they just swarmed to the football. And so keep that up, play physical, and each person do their job. And I think at the end of the night, when it's all said and done, this Whippet team would be pleased if they do those things.
Yeah, results of the coin toss. Leake Central won the toss. They chose to receive. So Whippet defense will be on the field first. They will be defending the north end zone, which is the end zone with the scoreboard off to our right. Leake Central will defend the south end zone, which is the end zone in front of the concession stand. So they will be moving it left to right. The Whippets are going with the black uniforms tonight, black tops, white pants. They have white numerals, and they have the maroon helmet. We'll tell you more after we come back from the prayer and the national anthem.
Hi there, mate. Joey Roo here. Introducing our brand new Roo Wing Station. Now open at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive in Kosciusko. Choose from 8 bold flavours: teriyaki, lemon pepper, Parmesan garlic, barbecue, buffalo, sweet red chili pepper, mango habanero, and honey hot. Satisfy your cravings every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Don't miss out. Bring your friends, taste them all, and discover your new favourite flavour at Roo Wing Station at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial in Kosciusko.
Did you know that 80% of learning in young children comes through the eyes? Thomas Vision offers eye exams for children starting at 6 months. It's very important for children to have an eye exam before entering first grade. Doctors Angela Thomas, Tara Dew, and Anna Middleton offer comprehensive eye exams that thoroughly assess overall eye and vision health. Thomas Vision's optical department has the latest glasses frames, and you get 20% off your second pair. Thomas Vision, Veterans Memorial Drive, and Kosciusko.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel. From shoulders and elbows to backs, hips, knees, and ankles, our therapists treat the whole body with care and precision. No referral needed. Call today or visit ReliantPT.com to get started.
Big play by the Whippet defense. Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Pop the confetti. Allen's Furniture is celebrating 59 amazing years. Join the celebration at either our Kosciusko or Durant locations and register for your chance to win a big screen TV, a stylish area rug of your choice, or a jumbo beanbag, perfect for family movie nights. It's our way of saying thank you for decades of support. Discover new styles, the best prices, and maybe walk away a winner.
Come on home.
Hello, Whippet fans. It's time for Kickoff. This is Angel Alvin McDonald with State Farm Insurance. I welcome you to another action-packed night of Kosciusko Whippet football. State Farm takes great pride in supporting the Kosciusko Whippets in our community. Okay, boys, let's kick it off.
Boswell Media Sports.
And the Whippets take the field off to our right. They're led by Whippy and the Whippet cheerleaders. And Whippy got some swag on. He's got the camouflage pajamas. That's what I'm going to call them. Camouflage pajamas and an orange toboggan right there. The theme this week was that they were going gator hunting. So Gators and Whippets here tonight. We're ready for the Angel Alvin McDonald State Farm kickoff. And we told you what the Whippets were wearing. We'll revisit that. Black tops with white bottoms. They have white numerals. Whippets written in white. They have a maroon helmet with the white interlocking KJHS logo. For the Gators, all white. They have white tops, white bottoms, black helmets, black numerals. They have some orange piping on the shoulders, and they have Gators written in orange on the helmet. So Braden Ray will line it up to kick things away. He's been a very, very good weapon, a key weapon for the Whippets so far here early in the season with where he's able to place these kicks. And Jeremy, I want to revisit one of the keys to the game. I want to add one of my own. I say we saw the Whippets last week, opening drive, take about 6 minutes off the clock. I think you want to do that some tonight and keep that Leake Central offense on the sideline.
Yeah, that's right, and that's a good thing that the Whippets have that and was able to do that last week. So, man, the more you can keep their offense off the field, the best it's going to be for sure.
Well, Fortune is back. Also, Williamson back for the Gators. Braden Ray with a straight-on kick. It's going to hit, and it'll sail out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So that time Ray not able to get it to where it stops right on the sideline. And it would normally be at the 35, but I think that Coach Gideon wants to re-kick.
Yeah, he's going to let him re-kick it. He wants to get it and see what he can get off of a return.
Yeah, he wants to get it in the hands of Tylen Fortune. Now they swap sides. Now Williamson comes to the near side. Fortune goes to the far side. They'll back it up 5 yards, and the Whippets will kick it off from the 35-yard line. First quarters for Whippets football are brought to you by Central Tire Service. But, yeah, Whippets showing some respect there for the return game of Leake Central. You have D1 talent in Fortune and another possible D1 talent in Williamson back there. You're definitely going to show them some respect. Now Ray's going to kick that one. Right, the cat caught at the 21-yard line. Fortune will try to get out of bounds, breaks one tackle. Here comes a flag, and Ricari Covington with a great tackle at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, this is a great job right there by Covington, staying at home on the backside, so when he cut it back, he was able to cut his legs out from under him and take him down.
And I would bet they're going to be moving backwards a little bit more with this flag in the area of a hold or a block in the back. Wait and get the official call. It will be a hold. So, should be pushing it back just a little bit. See where they place it. So the re-kick ends up helping the Whippets.
Yeah, that's right.
Rather than starting at the 35 for Leake Central, after the great tackle by Ricari Covington and the penalty, the Gators are going to start around their own 16-yard line. Yeah, Coach Gideon is the interim head coach for Leake Central, Sherrod Gideon. Pistol formation here. Hutchins will motion Fortune. Left to right. Third give to Israel Ross. He's got a seam to the left side. He makes a big hit. Martavian Miller, J.T. Herron, Ricari Covington also there on the tackle. Give him a gain of about 4 yards. We have a whistle. Something going on with the clock. So they're holding up play while they try to get the clock situation sorted out.
Yeah, you mentioned that was a big hit right there. That crew came up and hit, and just being able to carry over what they've been doing this year, you know, playing physical. And one thing they did, they had their back. Ross was stacked up behind even the quarterback just so he could get going downhill. But that was a good job right there. He was still able to pick up 4, but hey, it was a big hit. He's going to remember that next time he runs in there.
Yeah, as you said, it was a pistol. It was a pistol set, but a pistol, you're normally just a few yards behind the quarterback, but he was probably 5 or 6. But as you mentioned, almost like he's trying to get that extra running start as they're still trying to tend to the clock. The scoreboard is working. The clock has some sort of issue up here. So that's what we're waiting on right now. I believe the play clock was working at one point, but the main game clock does not seem to want to cooperate. Well, looks like it's on. The scoreboard is on, and there's lights on it. Looks like we're going to go ahead and maybe keep it on the field. So, yeah, we're ready to go. So second down, about 6 yards to go for Leake Central here. Early going. Hutchins throws out. Catch made by Williamson. Great speed on the tackle is made by Keith Lay. Only a yard, maybe a yard at most. I'll say probably no gain. Boy, Keith Lay show you some closing speed. Ball comes to the right hash. So empty set backfield. This is where Leake Central can be dangerous. 3 receivers to the left. 2 lined up to the right. Quick throw that is incomplete behind his intended receiver. Was aiming for Christian Edmonds and just threw it behind him and almost threw it into the hands of a Whippet.
Yeah, he sure did, and that's a big stop right here, just on third down, be able to get the football right here. This is a big opening series for this Whippet defense.
They're going to bring out Jontavius Roundtree, who would have had a punt return last week, except it was for a holding penalty. Let's see who they run out as a punter. I have that as Darby Lopez. So Darby Lopez is going to be your punter. Well, this is right on the spot in the field where you're looking at a punt return for old Tay Roundtree. He is standing at the midfield logo. Ball is on the right hash here. Early going. Don't have a time to give you because the clock's still not working, but maybe it is working now. We'll take a look. Good snap back. Lopez with a pretty good kick, but Roundtree's going to have an opportunity to return it. Grabs it right at the 49-yard line, runs forward, and he will get across the 45 up to the 44-yard line. And it looks like the clock is working now. Now, whether or not it's at the right time, I think they're still trying to sort that out. But it says 9:39. So we're just trying to wait to see what they can get sorted out. I think it was one of those situations where they just had to reboot the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think it's going to end up being about 8.5 on the clock.
Head official talks to one of the other officials, and like I said, just trying to wait to get it how it's supposed to be. But the Whippets will take over 1st and 10 from the Leake Central 43-yard line. Caden Wade dropping the throw over the middle, incomplete. Aiming for William Rankin on a little slant pattern. It might have gotten tipped at the line. Here's a note. Roundtree was in as the running back there, but now Sandifer is going to come back in. So Sandifer will be in, 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped at 8:31 on the incompletion. So I think maybe we have what we want right now. But H-back lined up right is Schuler. Handoff goes to Sandifer. Runs forward. Get across the 40 to the 41-yard line. 3rd down, about 6 yards to go for the Whippets. One of those big linemen came off the field. Jadarius Wilkes came out, so Charlie Lang has to go in. I think maybe Wilkes' helmet came off. So Lang has to go in at that left guard position. Now, Whippets will put 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. It is Rankin lined up in the slot to the left. Caden Wade claps, and Leake Central's coming across the line. And Whippets will have an easier 3rd down on the offside penalty.
Yeah, that's what you want right there. Man, just a good call right there. No play. Just try to draw them off sides, and they got caught.
So 3rd down and 1. A lot of times you'll see the Whippets go to that I formation. Don't seem to be tending that way right now because I see number 14. He's still standing on the sideline. I have his fullback. So they will come out in the shotgun set with 2x2 receivers. Ball in the middle of the field at the Leake Central 34-yard line. Wade's going to get a new play from his offensive coordinator, Wiley Rhodes. He'll run up, call it out to his line. Everybody gets reset. Wade claps for it. Hands off to Sandifer right up the middle. He's got a first down, breaks another tackle. He is headed to the end zone. 34-yard touchdown run for C.J. Sandifer. Whippet touchdowns presented by Baptist Atala.
Man, just a great job of that offensive line up there, just creating a seam for Sandifer to run in, and he had a little seam, and he hit it and wasn't touched.
Yeah, and Whippets line up in that swing and gate formation here, like they might go for two, and then they switch out of it. So now they'll bring on the PAT team. Braden Ray on to attempt out of the hold of Jabry Pierce. It's a good snap back. Good hold. It knuckleballs through, and it is good. Whippets lead at 7-0. 7.5 minutes to go, first quarter.
Sunstar Insurance walks with you through life's twists and turns, offering tailored coverage for every chapter. Our devoted team makes sure you have the choices and support you deserve, turning uncertainty into peace of mind. Whether you're securing a home, a car, or your future, we put reliability and care at the heart of every policy. With Sunstar Insurance, you're backed by a partner committed to protecting what matters.
I'm Robbie Robertson. I'm Bradley Tyler.
Sunstar Insurance, Court Square in Kosciusko.
Gear up for deer season at the Atala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Atala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
Boswell Media Sports.
Williamson will bring out Braden Ray's kick from around the 8-yard line, run straight up the field. And then it was Zay Riley. Excuse me, not Zay Riley. They got him. It was Bond Slater and Rashad Harrington. They change numbers every year. Kind of throws you off a little bit. But Whippets with a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. Handoff goes to Ross. He is hit in the backfield. That is the big man, Travion Nash. No, I believe that's Braden McNeil, last week's player of the game, continuing his hot streak.
Yeah, he's just picking back up where he left off last week.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore for the Whippets, so give him the TFL. And that was not Ross. That was one of those bigger backs in there, sort of one of those meaty backs. That was, I'll get you that number and that name. Hutchins looking to throw, pressured, runs up the middle. He'll be submarine tackled, and he'll get decent yardage on second down. It'll be third down and short. That time on the tackle, Travion Nash behind him. They want to go quickly to the Gators, and they will eke out the first down with that big,
I see a flag.
Big running back. I think they might have tried to go too quickly.
Yeah, I think so. They wouldn't see it. There was no way they were set, I don't think.
I think that is Diego Hernandez that they're getting back there in that running back spot. But I agree. Ooh, it will be a face mask on the offense. So that's a 15-yarder. Well, that to be from the spot. That's going to get third down and very long. And third down around 14. Yeah, Diego Hernandez is the big. They have him listed as a tight end, but they're using him as sort of a bigger bowling ball back in the backfield. Third down and long. Hutchins drops to throw. Looks left, sails it, but it's caught by Fortune. He is corralled, and he's going to go out of bounds. Martavion Miller's the one that forced him out. But going to be a loss of 2 yards. I thought that was going to go out. Credit to Fortune for just getting to it, which it might have been better if you didn't get to it.
That's right. Yeah, that was a good job right there by the Whippet defense just to be able to corral him, and he didn't have anywhere to go. So he just took it on out of bounds because he knew he couldn't get anywhere.
So we have the whistle and I believe a heat timeout. 7-0. Whippets lead it with 5:49 to go first quarter.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and give you something to smile about.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake Central with the 4th down and Hesterville backed up deep in its own territory. Diego Lopez standing inside the Leake Central 5-yard line to try to punt this one away. Tay Roundtree at the Whippets at the Leake Central 45. Going to be a slow rugby-style kick. Roundtree's going to catch it, and he'll be hit right away and be dropped right at the 46-yard line. It's a good punt by Diego Lopez. You can tell that they have watched the film on Roundtree. They don't want to get him there, and if you can't get hang time, just wait to kick it.
That's right. That's exactly what he did. He waited as long as he could, try to get some guys downfield in coverage.
Yeah,
and he punted it.
We know what Tay Roundtree can do. But still great field position for the Whippets on their opponent's side of the 50. So first down 10 at the 46-yard line. Moving left to right, Rankin and Schuler will move from the left to the right side of the formation. Low snap, it'll be a give to C.J. Sandifer. He'll run right, spin out of a tackle, stay on his feet, and bulldoze up to the 30-yard line for a first down. 16-yard pickup and a Serve Pro first down.
Yeah, I know that's one thing that y'all talked about in pregame is just the way Sandifer's usually not brought down on first contact.
Yeah,
and that's an example of that right there.
There's no quit in number 4. We can tell you that. So up to the 30-yard line. His helmet came off, so he will have to come to the sideline. Kill Greer, Whippets assistant coach, going to work on it right there. Now Tay Roundtree will be your running back. 3 receivers line up to the right. You got L.D. McBride, single coverage down here on the bottom of the field. It's a keeper by Caden Wade, and he'll run forward. Get 8, maybe 9 yards on first down. And I think he probably could have got up and kept going. I think he was sitting on top of a Gator. I don't think he ever went down. One of those where if you had sort of a replay review, if he got up and kept running, you could have kept it going. But they say he only got 8 yards. Didn't get a great spot. So second down and short. But Whippets have it with a 7-0 lead at the Gators' 22-yard line. Rankin in his H-back spot moves left to right. Caden Wade hands off to C.J. Sandifer. He runs left, and I believe he got just enough for the Serve Pro first down. He did. He needed 2. I think he got 2.5. But you know something, Jeremy? This Whippet offense, what have they only done? One attempted a pass so far.
That's right.
They've only attempted 1 pass. And we know that the Whippets like to air. They do like to be sort of, balanced. But now you got a pistol set here. Tight end left is Rankin. H-back left is Schuler. It's another handoff to Sandifer, and he's just running through the Gator defense. 10 yards for another Serve Pro first down.
Yeah, big running. I tell you, when you look across that front line for them, man, they're not small up front. Man, they got some size across that front. So hats off to this offensive line, that Whippet offensive line, for creating some seams in there for him to run in.
We told you they switched it up a little bit this week. Riley Petit moves from left guard to left tackle. Jadarius Wilkes moves from left tackle to left guard. So tight end lined up left, William Rankin. Now Wade is going to throw. He'll roll to his right. He'll throw back of the end zone. Incomplete. Great closing speed by one of those defenders for Leake Central. believe that's going to be Fortune. That is Fortune.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Whippets had Pierce open in the back corner of the end zone, and Fortune got some closing speed to tip it away. And that shows you the playmakability of a Tylen Fortune, even on defense, being recruited as an offensive player. He's got offers to Nebraska, Ole Miss, Arkansas. I believe he's committed to Arkansas State, but he does have a few other offers from around the Southeast. So very talented, and see what he can do there on defense. Second down, and they are saying goal to go. So, yeah, second and goal. Whippets are going to have to take a timeout. They weren't set. They weren't ready to roll. Coach Orr had to take the timeout because Whippets were swapping the line over with about 2 on the play clock. So with 3:26 to go here in the first quarter, the Whippets in lead 7-0. We'll stay right here. Try to give you some updates throughout the ballgame. A couple of other big games we want to follow tonight. Louisville and Holmes County Central playing. That's a big one. Of course, the Whippets will see Louisville here in a few weeks on second Friday in October, going over to Louisville to take on their rivals. Also, Ethel and Eupora playing tonight. Ethel Tigers in their first home game. Coach Junior Graham facing his former team. Coach Graham won a state championship with the Eupora Eagles back in 2007. So that's a big one for Ethel and for Coach Graham. And for Coach Grays down in McAdams, they got their first win last week. McAdams went down to Discovery Christian and got a win. Now they're playing J.Z. George. Also some other bigger games to talk about. Brandon and Clinton playing tonight. Also have Warren Central and Germantown. Charleston and Clarksdale. So we'll try to find scores for these throughout the broadcast. But Whippet timeouts brought to you by Reliant Therapy. Caden Wade throws. Catch made by Sandifer. He's hit hard, breaks one tackle, and gets inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
That just shows what kind of strength Sandifer has right there because he came up. That corner came up.
Yeah, the corner had a beat on him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he laid the boom on him, but
yeah,
he didn't stop him.
Yeah, Sandifer turned around, and all of a sudden the corner – and look, the corner is going off the field. The one that hit him is going off the field, and CJ staying in the ball game. That tells you how tough number 4 is. So, yeah, and like I said, he had the beat on him, but they get out inside the 5, third down, and goal to go from the 5. Rankin motions left to right. It's a keeper by Caden Wade. He runs forward, in, touchdown, Whippets, Caden Wade. 4-yard run, and the Whippets extend the lead. Nothing fancy about it. Just get C.J. Sandifer, be your lead blocker. And now the Whippets line up in the old swinging gate here. Now they'll switch out of it, attempt the PAT. So Braden Ray will be out of the kick of Jabry Pierce. I believe Jackson Schuler is the short snapper. A little bit of a high snap, but the kick has the distance, and it's good. Kosciusko leads it 14-0, 2.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Did you know that 80% of learning in young children comes through the eyes? Thomas Vision offers eye exams for children starting at 6 months. It's very important for children to have an eye exam before entering first grade. Doctors Angela Thomas, Tara Dew, and Anna Middleton offer comprehensive eye exams that thoroughly assess overall eye and vision health. Thomas Vision's optical department has the latest glasses frames, and you get 20% off your second pair. Thomas Vision, Veterans Memorial Drive, and Kosciusko.
This is Chris Coleman, your neighborhood Alpha insurance agent. At Alpha, we understand the value of hard work, trust, and protection for the ones you love. Alpha Insurance has a long proven history of taking care of the folks who hold these same values. As your local Alpha agent, I want to help protect you and your family and help you succeed and prosper as you go through the journey of life. Call me at 662-289-1024, message me on Facebook, or drop in at 235 North Madison Street in Kosciusko. Alpha Insurance for all of your auto, home, life, and commercial needs.
Boswell Media Sports.
Back here at Whippet Stadium, it's a 14-0 lead for Kosciusko after the touchdown run from Caden Wade. Braden Ray's kick, sort of a knuckleballer, goes out of bounds. And first it looked like Coach Gideon wanted a re-kick, but last time he chose to re-kick didn't really work out for the Gators.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a good move if he tried it again. I believe he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, I think he wants the Gators to have the best starting field position they've had tonight, which would be right at the 40-yard line. We've got 2 minutes and some change left. Excuse me, they're going to move up to the 45-yard line because the ball didn't go past the 35. As I said, sort of a little knuckleballer. We've seen what Braden Ray does. He tries to do it on like a sand trap where he golfs it and just gets it to stick right on the side of the turf. Not able to do it that time. Empty backfield for the Gators. Hutchins dropping the throw. Catch pulled in along the near side on a little turnaround route. Rowdy Roan and Darius Bonslater there for the tackle. On the reception for the Gators, number 14, Richard Harris. Gators go quickly. Hutchins going to try to run it himself. He's hit, and at the last second, he will get the first down if they give it to him. It was a great stop by T. Riley, and then one of those big linemen just pushed him forward. Up across the 50 to the 49-yard line in Whippet territory. So 3rd down and short. 2 receivers to the right, 3 lined up to the left. Looks like some confusion for the Gators there. Claps for the ball. Hutchins takes it himself. He'll run, and he won't have it. Ricari Covington and Travion Nash on the tackle for Kosciusko. 4th down and short. Ricari Covington, the leading tackler for this Whippet squad. Gators going for it. 4th and short. Quick throw, pulled in. Catch made on a little turnaround route right across the 45-yard line. That's a first down to Christian Edmonds. Roan on the tackle for the Whippets. So another empty backfield. First down of the ball game for this Leake Central team. They'll look to the sideline to get a new play. They're going to motion Fortune, bring him in just a little bit. Hutchins throws wide open is Fortune in the middle of the field. He takes a big shot, but he'll have enough for the first down at the 30-yard line. It was Rowdy Roan with the big hit.
Yeah, he just slipped out there and just kind of sat down and had some space and was open, and I was able to pick up a first down right there.
And you see what the Gators do. They go very quickly as they'll clap for it and look and get a new play. So ball is right in the middle of the field at the 30-yard line. Whippets with a 14-0 lead. Throw pulled in. Little turnaround route once again. Edmonds on the reception. Bonslater with the stop for Kosciusko. 5-yard pickup. Nothing fancy. Just a little quick turnaround routes.
Yeah, they just trying to catch the Whippet defense on their heels right here, going fast.
2nd down short. Now it's going to be a run. And a great tackle by LaMarcus Riley. It's going to end up being a loss on the play. Technically, it's a sack because that was the quarterback. So Hutchins trying to go up the middle, and he slipped a little bit on this turf. And I think that was able to get a little bit of a break for the Whippets as we end the first quarter with the Whippets leading at 14-0.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Your pharmacist is more than someone who fills your prescriptions. Your pharmacist helps you understand what medications you're taking. Your pharmacist makes sure your insurance is filed correctly. And your pharmacist answers any other questions you may have regarding your medications.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle, registered pharmacist and owner of Pickle's Drugstore. It is my goal to give you the personal attention you need to improve your health and well-being. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Pickle's Drugstore, your hometown pharmacy, on the east side of the square in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
We flip into the field. The Leake Central Gators will have a 3rd down and 6 to start the second quarter. 3rd down and 6 from the Whippets 25-yard line. Low snap. Hutchins going to throw. That is incomplete. The low snap threw everything off. Wanted a little turnaround route right in the middle of the field. And I believe that was Zay Riley that was about a half an inch away from a interception there.
Yeah, that low snap threw his timing off for sure. He just rushed it.
Well, the Gators are going to leave it out there. 4th down and long. Whippets get fresh legs in the ball game. And now Leake Central is going to have to take a timeout and talk about it. We'll stay right here. So we just came back from our break. But the Whippets have gotten 2 scores on their only 2 offensive drives. Leake Central, this is their best drive of the ball game. They went 3 and out their first 2 drives. This time they've been able to work a little quick passing game in the middle of the field and push it down into Whippet territory at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big play right here for this Whippet defense on this 4th down play. This could really change some momentum right here.
Try to run through some scores if we could find them. Clinton leads Brandon 3-0 late in the first game there. Here's another one. Hernando and Choctaw County. That's the team coming here in 2 weeks, Choctaw County. Hernando leads Choctaw County 7-0 in the first quarter. So, as I said, we'll have more scores for you in our Citizens National Bank halftime report. We'll also have the performance of the Kosciusko Big Red Band. So 4th down and about 6 yards to go for this Leake Central offense. They will have a back in the backfield. It's Ross. They motion Williamson. Hutchins winding up. That is tipped and incomplete. Great play by J.T. Herron to knock it away.
Yeah, big play right there because he did the best thing. Instead of trying to go around and grab it, he just knocked it down. Awesome play right there by Herron to come in from the behind that receiver right there and knock that down.
Yeah, didn't see who it was on the deflection. It was right at the line of scrimmage. So one of those big linemen got their paws up and were able to get it up in the air. And it went, I don't know, it had some elevation on it. So it had a long time to come down. And Herron, as you said, did the best thing, as there was a white jersey right there up under it, trying to catch it. And Herron just tipped it away, so the Whippets take over on downs at their own 25-yard line, 11:51 to go in the second quarter. Second quarter for Whippets football, presented by Pickles Drug Store. Tay Roundtree going to be your running back, standing to the left of Caden Wade. Wade drops to throw. Survey in the field. He is hit. He goes down. Way back inside the 15-yard line. That was the jailbreak blitz.
Yeah.
All the way. They brought the house. They brought the backyard. They brought the front yard. They brought everything. So that is a loss back to about the 14-yard line. So now the Whippets have a 2nd down in Hesterville of their own. Loss of 10 yards. First time Wade's been sacked this year. C.J. Sandefur comes back in as your running back. There's going to be a little dump-off pass, little screen pass. Sandefur gets it back, breaks a tackle, and gets up across the original line of scrimmage. So that'll make it 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, that's a nice play call right there with them just sitting in the house like that. That'll way to keep them honest right there for sure. The screen pass.
A great play by one of those Leake Central Gators. Didn't get the number, but he wasn't fooled. And if it's not for him, Sandefur can probably get a first down because he got a hand on Sandefur and was slowing him down. Sandefur was still dragging him forward, but he allowed the rest of the Gators to get there. If he's not there, Sandefur probably does get the first down. It'll be 3rd down, about 8 or 9 yards for the Whippets from their own 27-yard line. Move the formation from left to right. It's a give to Sandefur. Runs right, and he won't get much, but back to the 30-yard line. And here it is. For the first time this year, the Whippet punt team has to come out onto the field. So this is what Coach Orr was talking about. At some point, you're going to have to punt, and they haven't done it yet. So they're seeing how they can get the game reps in. believe that's Fortune. It's back deep for the Gators. It's a little bit of a low snap, but Braden Ray gets the kickoff. It hits and takes a Gator bounce and then a Whippet bounce at the 40-yard line. And the Whippets will blow it dead right around the 36-yard line. So for the first punt of the year, Whippets are able to get the punt off and put the Gators back around their own 35-yard line. 9:35 to go here in the first half. I want to remind you that our broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association. The Gators had to bring somebody on late. Edmonds had to come on and get in the slot position out there. Handoff goes to Ross. He'll run forward. He has stood up. And somehow he gets out of the pile and keeps going across the 50 to the Whippets 46-yard line. I believe that was a situation where he thought that the scrum was going to get blown dead, and the official let it keep going.
Yeah, because I had looked down, started riding. I thought it was down.
So Gators go quickly as they cross the 50. Another handoff to the running back, Ross. This time he only gets about 2 yards. A couple of the Whippets on the tackle, Roan and Travion Nash. Second down, 7 yards to go. 14-0, Whippets with the lead here in the first half. Ball right in the middle of the field on the left side of that maroon K. Gators moving it right to left, a hard count. Now, Dorian Hutchins will look and get a new play. He'll bring Ross from his left side to his right side. Claps for the ball. It's a counter, and Ross is hit in the backfield and taken down. LaMarcus Riley gets him on the stop. Technically, it'll be a pickup of about half a yard as Riley was there and kind of tackled him from behind. Now the Gators are going to bring in that big fullback once again, Devin Ratliff. They've given it to him a few times. And I'll get back in that pistol set. Ratliff's in as a tight end. Tight end lined up left. Fortune motions left to right. It's a fake. They're going to throw it back to Fortune on a little screen pass. Makes the catch, and he'll run up the hash marks just enough for a first down. Smart play call right there for Leake Central. And the Whippets almost had somebody there to tip that pass away. I believe that was Suddiff. So Gators, once again, going to try to go quickly. Another handoff goes to Ross. Starts left, runs back right. Right into the arms of some black jerseys led by Ricari Covington. So second down, 8 yards to go now. I'll remind you that we are streaming the game tonight on our video stream. Brought to you by Allen's Furniture. You can also listen in on the Breezy 103 app to play fake. Hutchins winding up. He is hit. He'll run off to his left. Got a lot of room at the 20. Cuts back in, and he's double teamed inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Rowdy Roan and Zay Riley on the tackle. That was one thing we talked about in the pregame, is that when the play breaks down, it's almost when the Gators are at their most dangerous.
Yeah, and they just going in a hurry, man, trying to catch that Whippet defense on their heels. Timeout, yeah.
And Coach Orr wants a timeout as the Gators have pushed the ball deep into Whippet territory around the 13-yard line. We will stay right here.
Yeah, and that's a good timeout right there, just a time just to be able to reset after that big play, because that's one thing that Leake Central loves to do is, man, when they get a big play, they want to jump on the football as quick as they can and really not allow the defense time to really get set. So this is a good timeout right here just to reset.
Yeah, get set, and also don't allow them to sub. And it's if the offense subs, the defense has a chance to sub, so the referee will stand over the top of the football and not let them snap the ball. But if the offense doesn't sub, the defense is that they're on your own. If you sub at your own risk. So the Whippets have been caught getting some guys in and out. But yeah, there's timeouts for Whippets football, brought to you by Reliant Physical Therapy. But yeah, find our video stream, Boswell Media Sports Plus YouTube channel, and at breezynews.com. empty backfield for the Gators. 2 receivers to the left, to the right. Hutchins on a keeper up the middle. Gets maybe 3-4 yards up to inside the 10-yard line. It's again Rowdy Roan and Braden McNeil combining on the tackle. 2nd down, around 6 yards to go. Ball inside the 10 at the 9. Oh. Handoff goes to Ross. He breaks 1 tackle and slips through to the end zone. Ross goes in, and the Gators are on the board. Oh. First points given up by this Whippets starting defense on the season. And let's see, it will be Darby Lopez who handles place-kicking duties as well for the Gators. So he'll step back to try to kick this one away. It's a little bit of a low snap. We have a stoppage in play. I think it's offsides on Kosciusko. So it looks like a re-kick. Kick had plenty of leg. So with it being a little bit closer, see if the Gators still elect to kick the PAT or if they want to go for 2. I think they're talking to the Leake Central coaching staff. He said he wants to decline the penalty, I think. Yeah, they're going to decline it. I guess they don't want to move any closer on the kick, on the PAT. They don't want to do anything out of the norm. So they're going to decline it, and Lopez will try to boot this one through. That's a good snap, and it's a kick with plenty of leg, and it's good. 14-7, Kosciusko leads it. 6:44 to go in the first half.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here, only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector. Your furry family member insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Alvin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake Central cuts the deficit in half. Kosciusko leads it by 7, 14-7, as the Gators line it up to kick it away. Darby Lopez will kick it right to left. 6:44 remaining. High kick. It'll be fair caught at the 30-yard line, or at the 28-yard line on the far side. Yeah, I believe what happened there is one of those upbacks called for the fair catch, and the ball went over his head, and the person that caught it went to run with the ball. I believe it was Pierce that caught it and went to run with it, but as the fair catch signal had been called, then its play is blown dead right there. Yeah, so one of those situations can be a little bit confusing, but Whippet offense going to work, punted for the very first time its last drive. It was aided, set up by a 10-yard sack from Leake Central. It'll be ball on the left hash at the 26-yard line. Rankin with a little wiggle motion. That's a handoff, running to Sandifer, and he's moving the scrum forward across the 30, up to the 31-yard line. It's about a 5, maybe a 6-yard pickup on first down. Call it 5 yards. Second down, 5. A Whippet offense going with the black uniforms tonight. Still no white helmets. I wonder if they're waiting. Last year they broke out the white helmets against Leake Central. It was that game they surprised the team with it. Caden Wade looks to his left. Now he's going to throw back right. It is caught by Roundtree, but a great defensive play. Closing on the football was Jordan Kelly, and it's going to be a loss back almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Kelly was just sitting right on that and snuffed that one out.
And it's a whistle and a heat time out. We'll take it with them. 5:49 to go. Whippets lead at 14-7.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of trichology care in time where it matters most? With your more or
Boswell Media Sports.
Timeouts for Whippet football, presented by Reliant Physical Therapy. A big third down for Kosciusko. 3rd down and 8. Caden Wade rolling to his right. Now he's going to stop, roll back to his left. Wide open on the far side of the field is William Rankin with the first down the sideline. Submarine tackle will get him down at the 49. But Caden Wade able to extend the play, make it 22 yards and a Serve Pro first down.
Yeah, Wade was looked like he was going to be dropped for a loss there for a minute, but he was able to get around, and Rankin was just sitting right out there waiting on it.
I'll call him an even 20 yards. They put it at the 21. They put it at the 48-yard line. So 21-yard pickup. And William Rankin was so wide open on that far side of the field. Hope it's give it to Caden Wade with the keeper. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, and he'll get what he can. Run out of bounds after he crosses the 50. Maybe depends on where they give him, the 49 or the 48-yard line into Leake Central territory. Another good play by Leake Central defense in the backfield. Able to get to Caden Wade. That was Irian Gray. I believe there's some kind of relation between Gray and one of the Whippets. I think it's the game that we were talking about. There's cousins, there's brothers, there's everything like that. I believe Gray has a cousin or a brother that plays for Kosciusko. I have to sort that out. But the teams, like I said, they're only 16, 17 miles apart, so it's going to be like that. But 2nd down, 7 yards to go for the Whippets, leading at 14-7. L.D. McBride comes here along the near side at the numbers. A little bit of a low snap. Wade takes it for himself. He's going to run to his right. Now he's going to take it, and he will get out of bounds. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's it. Good coverage down the field for Leake Central. So they actually will say a loss on the play. Loss back to midfield. So 3rd down, 8 yards to go now for the Whippets. Clock under, 5 minutes to go in the first half. Second quarter for Whippets football, presented by Pickles Drug Store. 2x2 receivers. Ball's placed at the right hash. Wade claps for it, and the Gators are coming across the line a little too early. Second time tonight that the Whippets have been able to get the Gators to jump off sides. That'll make it 3rd down, 3 yards. Number 14 did just come into the game. We haven't seen the Whippets go to the I formation all night long, which we know they like to do in these short yardage situations. So 3rd down. No, they're not going to go with the I formation, but they do have a tight end. Rankin is a tight end, and the H-back will be Schuler. Sandifer, some confusion about where he's supposed to be. Fake the toss, running left. Caden Wade breaks one tackle, spins, and still on his feet, and the whistle finally blown. Getting a little chippy out there, but that's what happens when you let the play go on that long. It'll be a Serve Pro first down up to the 37-yard line. That was all Caden Wade. Just a little fake, a little toss over to Sandifer. As you're seeing the respect that Sandifer has garnered from this Leake Central front. And here's what we talked about, Jeremy, where the Whippets need a long drive like this. Take some time off the clock. Make sure that the Leake Central offense stays on the sideline.
Yeah, if this Whippet offense can score right here, then be able to come back and get the football the second half, that'll be big. 2-by-2
set. It's a give to Sandifer, running up the hash marks, lowers the boom, keeps the pile, driving forward. I think it's a 9-yard pickup. They don't quite give him enough for the first down, but it will be second down and short. Boy, Sandifer, I'm telling you, he's just a bulldozer back there. You can see him seeking out the contact. And now a Leake Central player is injured. And I think the coaches saw the same thing that I saw. Mm-hmm. But he is down on the field around the hash marks. So that will bring out the training staff. Oh, he's being tended to right around the 27-yard line. Looking like a cramping situation where they are tending to the young man's lower extremities. He'll get up, get a round of applause. As he'll walk off the field, the injured Gator is Jeremiah Billups. I do have confirmation. Appreciate Randy Fuller for letting us know. Arian Gray and Richard Kern, stepbrothers.
Ah.
There we go. Appreciate Randy Fuller getting us that info. And Richard Kern's that Whippet offensive lineman kind of banged up. You know, they expect to get him back here in a few weeks along that offensive line. But second down and short. 3:08 to go. Pump fake left. Wade going long. Aiming for Pierce. It is caught.
Nice job right there.
At the 4-yard line. 24-yard gain.
Yeah, it was just a great job where Wade placed the football, and Pierce had to go up and get that as well. So that was a great job all the way around.
Good job to see Pierce. Pierce using some of them basketball skills.
Some of the basketball skills right there.
Pierce, a basketball player. Whippets went and got him off the basketball court. This is his second year. And now the Whippets bring in Schuler. He'll line up to the left, tight end left. Well, they'll flip that formation, bring it to the right. It's a give to Sandifer, sweeping right. He'll walk in untouched for the score. Whippet touchdowns presented by Baptist Atala. And the Whippets get their lick back, so to speak, after giving up that touchdown to Leake Central. That'll be 20-7. We'll await the PAT from Braden Ray. Well, exactly what the Whippets needed, a long drive. Snap is back, kick is up, kick is good. We got 2:44 remaining. Let's keep it right here as the Whippets will line up to kick this one away. Yeah, we were talking about Richard Kern, injured in the offseason, but he is a very talented offensive lineman, and the Whippets will be happy to have him back. But, Jeremy, as bad as you hate to have an injury, it forces somebody else to step up, right?
Yeah, and up front, man, I would say this year, looking at it offensively, offensive line has improved tremendously, I would say.
Just saw it right there.
That's right.
I mean, Sandifer could have walked backwards into the end zone.
And to be able to step in, like you said, to have one of the starters get hurt and then have somebody step into that role and still be able to compete at this level, man, that's a big-time thing for this Whippet offense to have.
We focused on the offensive line, our position group that we talked about in the pregame interview with Coach Orr, and he was very excited and very pleased with the offensive line's performances. And as I said, they're going to get Richard Kern back hopefully here in a few weeks, maybe in time for district play. As Braden Ray looks to get a toe into the ball, sends it deep. Fortune hauls it in at the 9-yard line. He runs right. He's got a lot of speed trying to get to the outside. Whippets will be able to get to him and push him out of bounds. I wanted a late flag as now there's some pushing and shoving going on along that far sideline. Believe on the tackle was J.D. Cummins. I believe Cummins was there to push him out of bounds. Well, Cummins, a Whippet baseball player. His first year playing football for Coach Orr. When he plays on the kickoff team, he comes in at some of that. I think he replaces Nick Suddeth as that edge rusher. They'll put the ball at the 25-yard line on the right hash, maybe a hair in front of the 25-yard line. We'll go back to that offensive line, Jeremy. We've seen big Jeremiah Winter make the transition from defensive line to offensive line, and that's been very good for the Whippets. Hutchins motions Ross out of the backfield. Going to look to him, dump off the pass. He'll make the catch. He'll run forward, runs into his own man, and it gets up to the 42-yard line before the Whippets throw him out of bounds. He collided with Harris. But, yeah, Jeremiah Winter has only played, I think, this is his third game, official game as an offensive lineman, and he's got 4 or 5 offers to play football. Saw that he's going to be visiting Mississippi State tomorrow for the Alcorn State game. Pretty big there, low snap. Hutchins will roll to his right, going to pull it down, break one tackle, and he is hit hard and driven into the turf by big Travion Nash. And Hutchins going to feel that one tomorrow. Second down. About 5 yards to go. Hutchins had a good game last week in that big win against Wayne County. 11 out of 13 for 305 yards. Hutchins drops the throw, trying to set up a little bit of a screen, and he just throws it down at the feet. Yeah, Whippets had sniffed out the screen, and there was nobody to throw it to. The coaching staff wants an intentional grounding call. And I think I guess they're just saying that he threw it at the feet of one of his receivers. Hutchins wanted to wind up and throw. He does throw, and he's got his receiver, and it's going to be enough for a first down. Good catch. Boy, Hutchins just wound up and able to find someone over there. I'm not going to say it was a sidearm, but I don't know how he got it through there. He was running to his right and somehow just zipped it over the middle. Didn't see who made the catch. I know it was Martavian Miller who was there in coverage and tackled the receiver right away. But Hutchins, good job of extending the play. Less than 90 seconds to go here in the half. Whippets in the lead, 21-7. Leake Central driving. And Hutchins will be hit and stood up right at midfield. It'll be a loss back into Whippet territory. And Leake Central quickly will take a timeout to stop the clock. I think you're looking at Covington and Harrington both on the tackle for the Whippets. The clock will stop. Minute 15 remaining in the half. But a big play there puts the Gators in second down and long. One thing, Jeremy, that we talked about in the pregame was that Whippets were going to try to put pressure on Hutchins. You know, if you let Leake Central stand around back there, if you let them run around and you let Fortune and you let Williamson, you let all of them get open, that's where they can beat you, playing what I call the PlayStation ball, right?
That's right.
And Whippets are trying their best to make sure that they get that pressure on Hutchins and they don't let number 9, Fortune, run around out there. Remember, it was last year, Fortune had to have 2 80-yard touchdowns on those third down and long. It was something like that where it was third down and forever.
Oh, yeah.
And Whippets were in coverage, and Fortune just got open. Hutchins motions Ross out of the backfield. He wants to throw. Goes over the middle, incomplete. That time he wanted Hutchins on a little curl in and short-armed it. That's that pressure getting to Hutchins, thinking he's hurrying himself because Fortune was open. And if Fortune catches that, all he's got to do is probably make one move. If not for Keith Lay, There was nobody in front of him. But yeah, Hutchins maybe forced as being a little bit too quick because he's been seeing number 58, number 57, and number 24 in his nightmares. Third down long, clock stopped at 1:11. Hutchins takes it himself. Now he'll wind up. Catch made by Fortune, middle of the field, breaking one tackle, and he will. There it is, just like we said.
Yep, I see it.
Gets up across the 30, down to the 27-yard line. You let Fortune get open like that. His clock stops as they move the chains. And when they get them set, start the clock at 1:03. Hutchins runs to his right and short arms it. Good pursuit by T. Riley. T. Riley hit him right as he threw the ball, and the ball went into the turf. Out there aiming for Edmonds, I believe. You know, Edmonds was the quarterback last year, not Christian Edmonds. And he's at Belhaven now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it was Will Edmonds. Maybe that's right. But yeah, there was Edmonds that was.
Or Todd. Was it
maybe Todd? It might be Todd. It might be
Todd
Todd Edmonds. Yeah. But yeah, he plays at Belhaven now. Jeremy, you know a little something about players that play at Belhaven.
You mentioned that. Ryan has mentioned he's seen him on campus and talked to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Ryan, former Whippet basketball player, plays for Belhaven, the Blazers. Second down, 10 yards to go. Hutchins goes over the middle again, threw his hands, incomplete on a crossing pattern. It might have been just a little bit high, but it was catchable off the hands of, it's either LaFleur or Nash. Can't quite tell if that's an 8 or a 9. You know, that jersey rolled up under there. I believe that's going to be LaFleur. Yeah. You start saying the floor, you know that's a name in Carthage. Kind of like Harmon's a name here in Kosciusko. LaFleur is a name down there in Carthage. And Coach Orr, he'll take a timeout. Whippets in the lead, 21-7 with 50 seconds to go. Third down and 10 for the Leake Central Gators. Huge stand right here if the Whippets are able to complete it because they will receive the opening kick of the second half. Leake Central got the ball to start the ball game.
Yeah, that's one of those things right there, that last play, man. I know Leake Central the coaches they're frustrated there because they would have loved to have that over again, especially it hitting him in his hands. Man, that's one of those things that I know they're over there, trying to regroup, reset because they want to try to stick it in that end zone before the half for sure to try to make it, cut it to a one score second half coming out, or actually two.
Yeah, it was just it might have been a little bit high, and it's only a little bit high because LaFleur not that tall. He's a shorter receiver. If you're looking at maybe a little bit of a taller receiver, it's right in the hands. But with LaFleur being a little bit on the short side, he had to try to go up and get it with his hands, and just threw his hands incomplete. Got a score update between Jay-Z George and McAdams we will give you after this play. Hutchins motions Edmonds right to left. He goes for the end zone, incomplete, almost picked off.
Yeah,
Fortune off his hands, and I believe it was Zay Riley who almost got it.
Yeah, and he's the one that you would want to, run that right there, but that's the same play. They just releasing a guy right there in the middle of the field.
I agree. Same exact play. That time it was just number 9. It was the D1 receiver, Tylen Fortune. So fourth down, 10 yards to go. It's a Whippets 27-yard line. Play clock is getting on down to 7 seconds. Leake Central's going to have to hurry and get this play off. They do. Hutchins rolls to his left, and he is hit and tackled in the backfield. A combination of Ricari Covington, Nick Suddiff, and LaMarcus Riley. It was Ricari Covington who came through and got the initial hit. Hutchins, to his credit, put his hand down and was looking like he might be able to go. But then Nick Suddiff and LaMarcus Riley right there to put him in the turf. Whippets will take over. 38 seconds left. See if they take a shot. They do not have any timeouts remaining. And this looks like Whippets are going to take this one to the house. They're going to take it inside to the half. So, yep, lining up in that victory formation. Whippets will take a knee, and they will take a 14-point lead to the locker room. Yeah, they won't have to snap it anymore. Yeah, they're going to start walking off the field, and that's it. So at the, let's see, Leake Central, as long as Leake Central doesn't take a timeout, don't want to go ahead and presume, but that does indeed look like what's going to happen. So here at the half, Whippets lead at 21-7. We're going to take a break, come back, give you the performance of the Big Red Band. 21-7, Kosciusko leads it at the break.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy. Farm fresh goodness. From our family to yours, every single day.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Imagine a gym that never sleeps. Just like your fitness goals. Holmes Healthplex is open 24/7, giving you the freedom to work out on your schedule, not ours. Wave goodbye to those pesky joining fees, and hello to unlimited access to cardio machines, weights, and group classes like Pilates and spin, all included in your membership. Find us on Highway 12, where your fitness journey awaits around the clock at Holmes Healthplex.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Atala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatments? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Atala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
Hello, I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's the Citizens National Bank halftime report. Kosciusko with a 14-point lead over their rivals from Leake Central, 21-7. Breck Riley, Jeremy Tillman with you here in the press box at Landrum Field. We got Donald back in the studio. We got Jeffrey Mitchell down on the camera to our left. And the Leake Central Band is on the field performing. We're going to run through some scores that we have, and then we will give you the performance of the Kosciusko Big Red Band. Last update we have for the McAdams Bulldogs. I have a 14-7 lead for McAdams over JZ George. So that one's there. We're still waiting for an update between Ethel and Eupora. If we get that, we will pass it along. Got an update from Vicksburg. 28-7, Warren Central leading Germantown. So that's a big game down there in the River City. A few more to give you. Ripley leading Lewisburg 14-7 at the half. It's Quitman all over Newton 37-0 at halftime. Forest County AHS is up on Van Cleve 14-7. Also, Leake Academy is leading Winona Christian 14-0. That game over on Cruisin' 98.3 with Philip Palmetry and Jason Morgan on the call. That one, a big game. Winona Christian undefeated. First time that the Rebels have played the Stars since, I believe they said in the 1980s. One of the coaches on staff at Leake Central, at Leake Academy, was the quarterback the last time those two teams played. So that's a good one going on over on Cruisin' 98.3 on the Boswell Media Sports YouTube channel. We'll continue to take a look at a few other ones. Wayne County, the same Wayne County team that Leake Central whooped up on last week, is leading Northwest Rankin 14-7. That game is at half. I got a close one here. Hernando and Choctaw County. That's 21-14 midway through the second quarter. So Choctaw County trailing Hernando by a touchdown and an extra point. It's all Grenada as they take on Callaway 28-0. And let's see, we have Maroon Tide of Picayune leading Biloxi 9-6. A big one down in the metro area, the longest running rivalry in the metro area. Number 2, Brandon up on Clinton 14-6. Looking for a few more that we can find. Columbia leads Petal. Ooh, big score here, 20-0. That game at the half. That's Columbia whooping up on a 7A team. A lot of people, myself included, had Petal as sort of a sleeper down there in 7A at the Columbia Wildcats. So they're coming back, and they're in the south of Mississippi 4A. So they're down there, and looks like they could be one of the favorites in the Southern Division to make it to Starkville for the championships the first weekend of December. So continuing to look for a few more. Lake Cormorant up on Columbus 35-6. And hey, we got another update. Choctaw County has tied it with Hernando 21-21 with a minute to go in the first half. And as we said, Choctaw County coming here in 2 weeks. Whippets will go on the road to Olive Branch next week, and then in 2 weeks back here at Landrum Field will face the defending 3A state champs in the Choctaw County Chargers. I would say the alma mater of sorts of Coach Casey Orr. Coach Orr went to Ackerman, and Choctaw County is a combination of Ackerman and Ware high schools. So, as I said, might as well be an alma mater for Coach Casey Orr. And, yeah, those are all the score updates that we have for now. If we get any more, we will pass them along. Those scores brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts. But the Kosciusko Big Red Band is out on the field getting ready to perform. And they are going full dress rehearsal. I mean, it is a whole, they're in the uniforms. You know, first few games, you tend to see them in the shorts and shirt because it's normally it's too hot, Jeremy. But it has felt better the first few weeks, and now they're in their full uniform, and it's the hottest game it's been.
Yeah, it kind of backfired on them a little bit, yeah. The first 2 weeks felt like fall, and tonight we're feeling like it's summertime again.
Yeah, it feels like Mississippi weather. I was in the Delta last night with Holmes Community College. The Bulldogs got a big win over Kahoma. Got to see former Whippet P.J. Pace, who was there. He had a good ball game for the Bulldogs. Also, you had Caden Greer and Adam Greer playing for Northeast Mississippi Community College. They were able to get the win over the Mississippi Delta. And now I believe we're ready to go. So I think we will turn it over to the field mic and the Kosciusko Big Red Band. If you are listening, you can go find us on YouTube very quickly to be able to see the performance of the Big Red Band. But if you're listening, you'll be able to hear it. Our field mic's pretty good, so the sound will come through pretty good. But here's the Kosciusko Big Red Band.
Calling all units. The suspect is a crime syndicate known as the Kosciusko High School Band. They are conducted by drum majors Sarah Coleman and Hannah Beckham. Proceed with caution and avoid the deceiving heathens at all cost, or you will become a villain yourself.
Kosciusko Big Red Band performing the 2025 show entitled Villain. Here at the half, Kosciusko with the lead, 21-7. Or step aside for a break. We come back, first half recap, and get you set for second half action. This is Whippets football from Boswell Media Sports.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here, only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel. From shoulders and elbows to backs, hips, knees, and ankles, our therapists treat the whole body with care and precision. No referral needed. Call today or visit ReliantPT.com to get started.
Big play by the Whippet defense.
Gear up for deer season at the Attala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice brand feed. Everything you need is at the Attala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Attala County Co-op. Attala County Co-op.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Hi there, mate. Joey Roo here. Introducing our brand new Roo Wing Station. Now open at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive in Kosciusko. Choose from 8 bold flavours: teriyaki, lemon pepper, Parmesan garlic, barbecue, buffalo, sweet red chili pepper, mango habanero, and honey hot. Satisfy your cravings every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Don't miss out. Bring your friends, taste them all, and discover your new favourite flavour at Roo Wing Station at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial in Kosciusko.
Hello, I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Boswell Media Sports.
Back here at Whippet Stadium, Landrum Field. Breck Riley, Jeremy Tilbid, and Kosciusko leads at 21-7 as we're putting the finishing touches on the Citizens National Bank halftime report. Quickly, we'll turn it over to Jeremy to take a look at how we arrived at our 21-7 score.
Yeah, we had 4 scores in that first half. 3 of them went Kosciusko's way. Leake Central one of those way. Kosciusko was able to put two scores on the board in the first quarter, and that first score came with 7:30 left to go in the first quarter. The Whippets was able to put together a 4-play drive 43-yard total, and capped it off with a 34-yard touchdown run by C.J. Sandifer. Braden Ray kicked that PAT in and make it 7-0. The second score came at the 2:38 mark. It was a 46-yard drive for the Whippets. It was 7 plays. Capped it off, 4-yard touchdown by quarterback Caden Wade. With the PAT by Ray was good to take the score to 14-0. And then Leake was able to put the next points on the board, and that came in the second quarter at the 6:44 mark. They were able to put together 8-play, 64-yard drive, capped it off with a 9-yard touchdown run by number 1, Ross for them, Israel Ross. And then the PAT was good. It was a 14-7 ball game, a one-score game at that point. And then the Whippets was able to put together after that a 10-play drive and capped it off at 2:44 in the second quarter on a 4-yard run by running back C.J. Sandifer. The PAT was good at that point, and the Whippets took them to a 21-7 lead, and that's where we stand right now headed into the third quarter.
Yeah, and the Whippets will receive the kickoff to start the third quarter, so they have an opportunity there to extend this lead. But as Jeremy mentioned, Whippets offense, 3 out of 4 possessions, able to get the scores in. It did have to punt for the first time in the on the season, but as Coach Warren and I had talked about, it's a good thing and a bad thing that you hadn't punted, but the Whippets did successfully get a punt off, so that's good. That's a wind-up on our Citizens National Bank halftime report. Kickoffs brought to you by Angel Albin McDonald State Farm. Another score update for you before we get back to action here. The last update we had from Ethel and Eupora is that Eupora was leading at 36-6. Did not get a time stamp on that or anything, but 36-6. The Eupora Eagles facing off against Ethel, and Coach Junior Graham facing his former team. We'll continue to update you on that and on the McAdams game. Last update we had for McAdams against J.C. George is that the Bulldogs were leading J.C. George by a score, 14-7. Oh, Darby Lopez lines up to kick it away. It's a high kick. It'll be fair caught by Jabry Pierce at the 29-yard line. Oh, the Whippet offense will go to work. So far, the Leake Central Gators, they don't want to let number 2 get his hands on the football. They have kicked away from Roundtree, and even on the times that they've had to punt, they've done the old rugby-style punt where the punter waits as long as he can to let his coverage unit get down there. They don't want Tay Roundtree getting away, and I don't blame him. Roundtree, if you let him go, he can make you pay.
If you give a little, he's going to take a lot.
He can make you pay. So, third quarters for women's football presented by Chris Coleman of Alpha Insurance. First down and 10 for the Whippets. And there's a give to C.J. Sandifer running forward. 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards on first down. Sandifer just keeps moving the legs. And one thing, Jeremy, we've seen with this officiating crew is they're not too quick to blow the whistle once that scrum kind of slows down. They let it go for a little bit. So we saw it to the Whippets' disadvantage on Israel Ross, who ended up getting 20 yards on a play that we thought was going to get blown dead, and somehow Ross got out of the pile. But 8 yards on first down, second down and 2 for this Kosciusko offense. William Rankin in the ball game, lined up in the slot. Move him right to left, set him up as an H-back. Handoff Sandifer, got the first down, bear hugged, and goes down at the 45-yard line. 8-yard pickup and a serve pro first down.
Hey, that's what you want right there.
Moving the chains, keeping them going. Whipping offense has been mostly run tonight. They've passed when they've had to, but they've really wanted to enforce their will. That's one thing about a rushing team is, you can get beat passing all day long, but it's something about just getting pounded on when you're rushing the ball like that. It can be demoralizing. 3 receivers to the right. Keeper by Caden Wade crosses the 50 into Leake Central territory at the 49-yard line. Caden Wade, we've seen him We've seen him carry the ball a few times this evening. Not something he does a lot, but he made the right read right there as the Gators are teeing off on number 4. Well, let's say number 4 has been teeing off on them. He's just been a hard man to bring down. 2-by-2 receiver set, ball right in the middle of the field. Here comes a Gator across the line. Third time this evening that the Gators have jumped offside. This is going to give the Whippets a first down. A Serve Pro first down. Do have a score update, but it's not about high school football. It's about a different kind of football. It's about women's soccer. The Mississippi State women's soccer team is upset Tennessee. Tennessee's #1 team in the country. 3-2 win in Starkville tonight. Had a buddy running camera up there, sent me that. Wade throws, helped by Roundtree, runs outside the numbers, down the sideline, into the open field, 10-5, touchdown! 44 yards, just like that. We told you, you don't let number 2 touch the ball because he's going to touch them all when he does.
And I don't know if I've ever seen a guy that can just tightrope it down the sideline like he does.
Yeah, it's so fast. We asked Coach Orr in the pregame interview, is he the fastest fastest player you've ever coached? He said maybe not the fastest, but the most explosive for sure. Whippet's going to line up, maybe go for 2 here. They are going to go for 2. Wade's going to throw wide open is J.B. Pierce on the 2-point conversion. Whippets convert. That makes it 29-7. Whippet touchdowns presented by Baptist Hospital Attala.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel. From shoulders and elbows to backs, hips, knees, and ankles, our therapists treat the whole body with care and precision. No referral needed. Call today or visit ReliantPT.com to get started.
Big play by the Whippet defense.
Boswell Media Sports.
Edmonds will reel in the Braden Ray kick at the 25-yard line. Runs forward outside the numbers, and he's met by number 12, T. Riley, who bear hugs him and puts him on the ground. the 30-yard line is where the Whippets will, or I should say the Gators, set up shop on the left hash. Kosciusko with a 29-7 lead on a 44-yard touchdown pass. Caden Wade to Jontavius Roundtree. Hutchins throws incomplete around the left side. It might have been tipped. Bonslater there in the coverage. It didn't come out of Hutchins' hand very well, or it was tipped because it was kind of wobbling.
Yeah, something was off right there.
Yeah, a little bit of a wobbler. Second down. 10 yards to go. Third quarters for Whippets football, presented by Chris Coleman of Alpha Insurance. Hutchins, motion. Edmonds from left to right. He stops, fires over the middle, incomplete. Fortune was the intended receiver. The closest Whippet in the area would have been Keith Lay. And those little drag routes, they've been open a few times this evening over the middle. But Hutchins just not able to hook up with his receiver. Yeah. Now they're bringing some different personnel. They're bringing in that big H-back or tight end. That is Devin Ratliff. They'll line him up as a tight end on the left side of the offensive line. Fortune, left to right, will motion before the snap. Hutchins going to go to Fortune. Catch made, and a tackle on the far sideline. by Martavion Miller gets him down short of the line to gain. Great open field tackle by Martavion Miller, and they do give him a good spot. They say it was a 9-yard pickup, 4th down and 1. Low snap. The Gators going to go for it. And Hutchins is hit and dropped.
Big-time play right there.
You had Mylan Johnson coming through on the tackle. Gators tried to go a little too quickly out of the pistol and just couldn't get on the same page.
You know, that's something they've tried to do all night long. Just when they run a play and they make, you know, some positive yards, they'll jump on the play. That was a great job right there with that Whippet defense, just being on their toes and being ready for that.
It'll set up this high-powered Whippet offense. Great field position inside their opponent's 35-yard line. 9:17 to go. Wouldn't be surprised if you see the Whippets take a shot right here. 3 receivers to the right. Schuler back into the ball game, lined up in the slot. Wade is going to throw, and he is going to be pursued. Dumps off last second to L.D. McBride, open at the 30, cuts it back, lowers his shoulder, gets down to the 10-yard line. Caden Wade to big L.D. McBride. It will get it down to the 9-yard line. 24-yard pickup and a Serve Pro first down. Thought that Caden Wade was going to be sacked from behind, but L.D. McBride was just wide open. He was out there doing jumping jacks. Hey, look at me. Jabry Pierce wide to the left. Schuler in the slot. Sandifer going to come back in as the running back. Tay Roundtree was in. It's going to be first down, goal to go at the 9-yard line. Caden Wade on a QB keeper. Runs left. He stopped. Never actually goes down. But gets up to the 5-yard line, maybe the 6-yard line, depending on where they stop his momentum. So second down, goal to go from the 6-yard line. So officially a 3-yard pickup. Yeah, Wade, we've seen that as use Sandifer as a lead blocker down here inside the 10-yard line. They like to get behind the legs of their talented junior quarterback. Kosciusko trying to extend its lead, 29-7. William Rankin, tight end right. Schuler lines up as the H-back. Some confusion here before the Whippets. They're going to have to flip the formation wide to the right with the play clock winding down. Wade rolls to his right. Now he's going to try to throw and just dumps it off. Yeah, some good coverage by the Gators. The play went into the boundary on the right side, and everybody kind of got caught up in the corner of the end zone. And Wade, all he could really do was dump it off. Third down, goal to go. Whippets leading at 29-7. Clock stops on the incompletion. 7:40 remaining in tonight's third quarter. Now the Whippets are going to get in that I formation. Tight end right, Schuler, your fullback. Handoff goes to Schuler, runs right, and he runs right into the end zone, picking him up and putting him down. Jackson Schuler gets his second rushing touchdown of the year, and the Whippets piling it on now. Schuler so hard to bring down from that fullback spot. The Whippets line up to kick the PAT from Braden Ray. Good snap. Hold is good. The kick is good. 36-7. Kosciusko with 7:35 remaining in the third.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy, farm fresh goodness. From our family to yours, every single day.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Ray, pooch kick caught by Edmonds, and he gets up to the numbers, breaks it back to the middle of the field. Ricari Covington tackles him, but I think he got back out onto the football. Edmonds grabbed it at the 30, and he just ran straight up the numbers. So a great return for the Leake Central Gators. They'd been flirting with it all night long, and that time they caught the Whippets in some coverage woes, and they're able to get it back out across the 30 to the 27-yard line. But it's all Whippets, 35-7, with 7:24 remaining in tonight's third quarter. Hutchins going to hand off to his running back, Ross. And Ross will be double-teamed. A combination of Bond Slater and Nick Suddeth on the stop. It's a gain of around 2 yards. Second down, 8 yards to go. So Hutchins will clap for it. Now looking to get a new play call. Something we haven't talked about is how Leake Central's in the South now, 4A South. This is not a division game. Normally it is, but they move to the South. A little jet sweep. Edmonds gets it, and Travion Nash gets it and pushes him way back. Travion Nash, Keith Lay, both there, but it'll be Nash credited with the TFL.
Yeah, he's not somebody you want to run into right there.
And they give him forward progress, so it's not as huge of a loss as it might look like on a video stream or for the Whippet fans here. So it'll end up being third down and around 14 yards. Is Heat timeout, or is this the timeout for Kosciusko? Took a timeout. Okay. It's around 6:22. So the Heat timeout is at 6 minutes, but sometimes they do it earlier. It just depends. But it looks like Kosciusko took a timeout here. So timeouts are brought to you by Reliant Therapy. But, yeah, we wanted to talk about the Leake Central Gators being in Region 5 4A. They moved down. So, essentially, Region 4 moved down. Greenwood, Leake Central, Greenwood, Kosciusko, and Louisville still in the same region. That's Region 4. But what used to be Region 4, which is like Leake Central, Choctaw Central, West Lauderdale, Newton County, that's all in the South now. So they did the redistricting this year. Caledonia went back up to 5A, so that kind of throws some things off. So the Whippets are in Region 4 with Gentry, Yazoo City, Greenwood, Louisville. And Leake Central is down with the normal group they're with. They're just in the South Division. Third down, 14 yards to go. Ross motions left to right as a receiver. Hutchins winding up. Now he's going to run, and he's hit hard. Ball is on the turf, but I believe he was down. Rowdy Roan is the linebacker that was there, but I would say forced fumble, but he was down. I was looking through the binoculars. So fourth down and 13 yards to go. Whistle and a Heat timeout with 6 minutes remaining. Kosciusko leads at 35-7.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Pop the confetti. Allen's Furniture is celebrating 59 amazing years. Join the celebration at either our Kosciusko or Durant locations and register for your chance to win a big screen TV, a stylish area rug of your choice, or a jumbo beanbag, perfect for family movie nights. It's our way of saying thank you for decade winner.
Come on home.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake Central forced to do a 4th down and long as we come out of the heat timeout with 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So there was offsides against Kosciusko. Whippets might have been bringing a little pressure there on 4th and long. The good news is it's still going to be 4th and long. 4th down, around 8 yards to go. Now, as I said, the Whippets might have been sending up a little bit of pressure. But it'll be an empty backfield, 3 receivers to the left, 1 just off the line to the right. And now the Gators give it right back. Anything you can do, I can do better. Gators with a false start, and we'll go back to 4th down and around 13. Braden McNeil going to come into the ball game. He'll give Travion Nash a rest. McNeil was last week's Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the game. We'll stick around. We will name another one. There have been a lot of candidates for it tonight for this Whippet Ball Club. 4th down. There's a clap. Somebody takes off way too far for the Gators. One of those receivers took off, and he was halfway to Wendy's. I mean,
we might get a playoff right
here. Yeah, he was ready to go. I mean, he was
gone.
Yeah, I mean,
like he was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, he clapped, and he was going to get him a Biggie Fry or something. I don't know, but he took off. It was kind of like, in Forrest Gump when he runs and he keeps running.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that, but he was ready to go. Effort for sure coming out of the gate, but just left a little bit too early. So 4th down and around 18 now as Hutchins is going to have to wind up, breaks off 1 tackle, throws incomplete. Great hit by J.T. Herron with the separation right at the line to gain. Credit Hutchins once again. He's able to extend the play and try to find an open receiver. That was Ross, his running back, that he was there. But J.T. Herron, J.T. Herron is someone that moved from linebacker to safety. Whippets run a 3-3-5, so you can say that extra one sort of walks up. He can be linebacker or a safety, right? But he is someone that's playing back there as that safety position, and a great job by J.T. Herron.
He plays that well, too, to be able to go in and out on that.
Keith Lay, also another star, rover, whatever you want to call it, that can kind of jump into that linebacker spot. 1st down 10, throw catch made by McBride, tiptoeing the sideline. He'll get up across the 50, or it depends on where they put him out of bounds. Looks like it should be enough for the Serve Pro 1st down. Or is there
I see a flag.
There's a flag. Yeah, everybody was walking back. In the area of a hold. And Whippets are moving backwards. So it will indeed be a hold. But it is from about 5 yards down the field. So it is a spot foul. So it will be second. It won't be second down, or it won't be 1st down and 10. It should be out 1st down and 15. We mentioned that last week, how they don't, if it's beyond the line of scrimmage, they'll mark it from the spot. If it's at the line of scrimmage, they don't mark it from the spot. So if it's in the backfield or something, they won't mark it off from there. They'll mark it off from the line of scrimmage. But 1st down and 15. Handoff goes to Sandifer. Sidesteps a man and gets a few more yards. Basically got the penalty yardage back. 2nd down, around 7, maybe 8 yards for the Whippet offense. Looks like Roundtree's going to come in as Sandifer favoring his ankle just a little bit. He's probably favoring a lot of things. He's been everywhere tonight. He's been bouncing around. That's just the kind of player that he is, though. He's going to give you 110 every play. Whippets 35-7, 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Ball towards the left side, middle of the field. Handoff, Roundtree running right across the 50, pushed out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Enough for the Serve Pro 1st down. About a 15-yard pickup. Roundtree just gets to the edge so quickly. I mean, it is difficult to get to him. The Whippets once again doing what they want to do. Stay on the field. Keep the Leake Central offense on the sideline. Got a maroon-white chant going off to our right. Some of the younger students, they have signs printed out. They're coordinated. They got laminated signs, and they're ready to go. Caden Wade looks right, throws back left, going long, just out of the hands of Jabry Pierce. Just a little bit longer. And there's some chippiness going on out there, but yeah, just out of the reach of Pierce. Wade threw it maybe just a little bit too far. But hadn't seen the Whippets take too many shots like that tonight.
And there was separation there for sure, so it was nice try right there.
Those two hooked up earlier in the ball game, though. It was a long pass down to about the 5-yard line. Big, by about a 44-yard pickup. Wade will get to the line, call out the plays. The Whippets break the huddle with 4 on the play clock. Get it off with 2 on the play clock. Gets a keeper. Caden Wade bounces off a tackle, keeps them moving forward, up across the 45 to the 44-yard line. 3rd down, around 6 yards to go now for the Whippets. Let's see, they are at the 44, and they have to get to the 38. Not great at math, but that's 6 yards. And now we have a couple of Whippets down on the field. Yeah, a couple of Whippets down. One of them got up, but it's an offensive lineman. And it's down. One might be dealing with the cramping situation. So we got a final from Ethel. Upor wins it 44-14 over the Ethel Tigers. As Coach Junior Graham taking on his former team. Ethel still off to a good start, 2-1 now on the season. It's all Leake Academy taking on the Stars of Winona. Close to the end of that one. Their score is the same as ours, 34-7. Leake's in the lead on that one. Leake Academy has George Wilcox, the state's leading returning passer. Want to see him at the same passing academy camp that I saw Caden Wade at earlier this year. Jeremy, do you know who that is that's being carried off the field?
Yeah, I think that's Chavez, Ellis center.
Okay, that's the center.
Yeah, so that's going to add a little something to it right here when you have to bring a center in at this point, especially with no reps.
Let's see who they shift over. I think Riley Petit goes to center.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens. So Riley Petit does go to center, and I think Charlie Lang went to left tackle. Caden Wade looking for Schuler, just through his hands. Just right out of the reach. A little bit overshot him. Couple of times back to back. You don't see Caden Wade miss too many like that. So 4th down, 6 yards to go. Whippets in that no man's land, going to go for it. I should say, let me correct myself. Wilkes goes back to left tackle, and Charlie Lang will go to left guard, and Riley Petit is in at center. So that's what that line looks like after the injury to Chavez Ellis. 4th down. I would expect a hard count right here. Leake Central hasn't been able to lay off of it. Well, that time they do. And Whippets will take a timeout with 3:16 remaining. Excuse me. I've been saying 35-7. It's 36-7. I had it wrong on my sheet here. I never put up the point after the extra point was good. 4th down. Whippets in command here, 36-7, and 3:16 remaining, 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter for Whippets football brought to you by Chris Coleman of Alpha Insurance. Something that I talked to Coach Orr about, what happens along that offensive line, and he said Riley Petit, you see Riley Petit going to center. He said Riley Petit, you can put him in anywhere across that offensive line. Said you could put him in, and he'll fit in. He knows what he's doing there. So
Yeah, it's nice when you get somebody like that in situations like this. It's going to happen, you know.
Yeah. Man, as the season goes on, everybody gets banged up, and you have someone like Petit. His mom was a Division I athlete, played college basketball. So he got that pedigree. And he can do that. 4th down, empty backfield for the Whippets. Wade looking to throw. Now he's got to run it himself. Winds up. Wide open is Roundtree. Diving. Caught. Touchdown. Tay Roundtree. A diving catch at the S in the Whippets logo.
That was a heck of a play right there. Heck of a catch, man, just to lay out and make that catch right there. That takes some concentration.
Well, if there was a roof on Landrum Field, it would be off. As everyone's excited about that. That's your highlight reel play. Tay Roundtree. PAT is blocked. Coming through to block the PAT for Leake Central. We'll get you that number after this, but it's 42-7. Whippets lead it with 3:05 to go. We'll step aside for a break.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Imagine a gym that never sleeps.
Just like your fitness goals.
Holmes Healthplex is open 24/7.
Giving you the freedom to work out on your schedule.
Not hours.
Wave goodbye to those pesky joining fees.
And hello to unlimited access to cardio machines,
weights,
and group classes like Pilates and spin.
All included in your membership.
Find us on Highway 12.
Where your fitness journey awaits around the clock at Holmes Healthplex.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Ray's kick goes away from everyone, and it will be picked up at the 10-yard line. Smart play by Braden Ray. The kick normally had been going in the 25-yard line here into the boundary. This time, Ray kicks it way on the other side of the field, and someone has to track it down, and there was a whippet. I think it was Mylan Johnson. It was about that close from going down there, and that's a free kick. That's not like a punt. That's a live ball. Whippets pick it up. It's their ball. It doesn't have to touch anybody. So, great job there by Braden Ray. But if you're a Whippet fan and you're watching the live stream, you can go back and replay of that big catch by Jontavius Roundtree. As there's a handoff to the running back. That's that bigger running back, or is that Ross?
Yeah, I can't see his number.
Oh, that is Ross. Kari Covington, a tackle for the Whippets. And I believe we're in a running clock situation right now. Whippets with a 42-7 lead. We'll have to wait and see. We haven't had a situation where we would know if it was a running clock. We just have to wait and see, as that was a running play, so the clock wouldn't have stopped anyway. 2nd down, 9 yards to go, and Leake Central looks content to take this one all the way down. Claps for the ball, does Hutchins. Looking left, dancing left, throws over the middle, incomplete. Had Edmonds open at the 20, just dropped it. And the clock is rolling. Okay, so it does not stop on the incomplete pass. So we do have a rolling clock. Third week in a row, Whippets have had the running clock. 3rd down, 9 yards to go for this League Central team, trailing at 42-7 with ticking clock here in the 3rd quarter. Ross motions Edmonds. He backpedals. He's going to step up, tosses over the line. It's caught, intercepted. Zay Riley intercepts it, running back on the far side. It He is out of bounds around the 5-yard line. Tip drill. Pick by Zay Riley. If I'm correct, that is the second interception of the season for the Whippets. They had one by J.T. Heron. The pick six was wiped off, but the interception stood. Little tip drill. Did a flag come out? Might have been a beanbag maybe or something.
I think it may have been.
Yeah, I thought I saw a flag come out, but might have been a beanbag for chains of possession or something. Clock keeps rolling. Whippets can keep the foot on the throttle. Wade looks left, goes for McBride. Incomplete, but there is a flag. Most likely going to be a pass interference. So, it should be half the distance to the goal. Because in high school, I don't believe interference in the end zone puts it at the 2. Does not. It's half the distance. So first and goal from right around the 3-yard line. Whippets, here they go with the I formation. Schuler, your fullback. Sandifer, your tailback. It's a handoff to Sandifer. He'll run right, and he is stopped. I think he got to the 1-yard line. Probably will be the final play of the third quarter, unless the Whippets just, want to hurry it up here. Well, they will, potentially. They've got 10 seconds left to run this play. Wade will go under center. Keeps it himself, steps over the goal line, touchdown, Caden Wade. His second rushing touchdown of the night. Touchdowns for Whippets football brought to you by Baptist Memorial Hospital, Attala. Whippets keep it rolling here. Not even going to look at that swing and gate formation. I'm just going to go ahead and bring out the kicking team. Braden Ray. His leg going to be sore tomorrow. Only PATs and kickoffs he's been kicking. Stoppage of play, an offside penalty against the Leake Central Gators. Kosciusko might choose to decline that. Wait and see. They will decline the penalty. Yeah. Saw it earlier. Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to. You don't want to throw your kicker off too much. Keep them. You've been practicing from that spot, and that's where you want to kick it from. Snap back, good hold, good kick. Splits the uprights. Good. 49-7. Kosciusko leads it at the end of the third quarter.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Imagine a gym that never sleeps.
Just like your fitness goals.
Holmes Healthplex is open 24/7.
Giving you the freedom to work out on your schedule.
Not hours.
Wave goodbye to those pesky joining fees.
And hello to unlimited access to cardio machines,
weights,
and group classes like Pilates and spin.
All included in your membership.
Find us on Highway 12.
Where your fitness journey awaits around the clock at Holmes Healthplex.
Boswell Media Sports.
Whippets will kick it away to start the fourth quarter. They scored on the very last play of the third quarter, 49-7. Rolling clock situation here. Braden Ray right to left. I'll tell you, it's like a chess match, knowing where Braden Ray's going to kick the ball. He will kick it, and it'll hit and take a great whippet bounce. Fortune's going to have to dive for it, and he comes up with it at the 26-yard line. I'm telling you, man, Braden Ray he's got some voodoo magic. I don't know what he does.
And you never know what he's going to do.
Because Fortune was like all of us, thought it was going to hit and roll to him. It hit and rolled backwards. And once again, the whippet coverage team was that close to jumping on the live ball. Now we got some new guys in the ball game. We want to make sure we get these guys' names correct. J.D. Cummins, I saw him checking in along that defensive line. Also going to have Braden McNeil in. Keegan Albritton in at defense as well. Pistol formation. The Gators turn, give to the running back, running right. Hit hard. Gang tackled by Keith Lay. Combination of a few whippets. Keith Lay and I believe Jeremiah Talley also in on that play. Thad Coates in the ball game. Jamal Stewart. The secondary still about the first team guys. And the rest of them are some of the younger guys. There's a first down run for Leake Central, moving the chains. Yeah, so the front seven are some younger guys, but the secondary is still pretty much the starters. That running back is Javario Daly, I should say. Daly gets the ball and a good tackle. Good tackle there by Jamal Stewart. Stewart getting his name in the stat book. It was a 1-yard gain. Fourth quarters for Whippets football are brought to you by Kangaroo Crossing. I stopped by Kangaroo Crossing today. I told you I was going to stop and look at that wing station, and I did stop. I didn't get any food. I had a little too heavy for me before the football game. It got me a Gatorade, but I did definitely stop and look at that wing station. And at some point I will be getting to the wing station. Hey, great play in the backfield by J.D. Cummins. He tackles Daly for a loss of 1. So J.D. Cummins getting the TFL. It's a third down. They say a loss of about 2. So it actually goes back behind the original line of scrimmage. A third down, about 12 yards to go for the Leake Central Gators. Stick around for our Premier Medical post-game show. We'll give you a wrap-up and name our player of the game. Another big run by Daly. He's tackled by Zay Riley at the 45-yard line. Fourth down, around 4 yards to go. Obviously, 4-down situation for the League Central. It's been a steady dose of Daly. Will Edmonds, lone receiver, far side of the field, just inside the numbers. Whippets are coming across the line. That should be enough to get a first down. Let's see, it's going to be, Yep, just enough for a first down. So the offsides penalty will result in a first down for the Gators. Not uncommon right there, Jeremy, with some of these younger guys excited to be in the ballgame. Moves the ball up to the 49-yard line. Turn and give to Daly. He hits the whole left side, gets 3 yards. Driven to the ground by a number of Whippets. I believe Jamal Stewart was leading the charge. Jeremiah Talley also getting in on that tackle. Turn, give to Alley, hit up high, loses a yard. Combining on the stop, Thad Coates and Jamal Stewart. Third down, 8 yards to go for the first down. Ball will be placed at the right hash. League Central's changing some formations around. Get the tight end will line up right. That's Ratliff. Ross gonna fake it, throw, catch pulled in. On the left side, just outside the hash mark, sort of a low throw, but reeling in the reception was Diego Hernandez, tight end. 4th down, around 3 yards to go. Well, that time Hernandez just turned around and there was a ball.
Yeah.
Right there. Hard count this time, the Whippets not moving.
That's a good job right there, those guys up front, them fresh guys.
Clock will roll here. 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes to go. Another hard count. Leake Central trying to get Kosciusko to give them a free first down like they did earlier in this drive. Receiver motions, left to right. That's Edmonds. He'll line up just inside the numbers. Right.
He's out, yeah.
And then he moved again. Took off. So that'll be a false start against Leake Central. I guess we won't have a heat timeout. Maybe in a running clock situation you don't do heat timeouts. So it'll be 4th down and long, and we will indeed have a heat timeout. 49-7, Kosciusko leads it with 5.5 minutes to play in the ballgame.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Your pharmacist is more than someone who fills your prescriptions. Your pharmacist helps you understand what medications you're taking. Your pharmacist makes sure your insurance is filed correctly. And your pharmacist answers any other questions you may have regarding your medications.
Hi, I'm Rob.
Pharmacy on the east side of the square in Kosciusko.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake Central gonna punt this one away. Good spiraling kick. Whippets don't send anybody back, but it takes a fantastic Leake Central bounce. Will keep rolling inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. Kosciusko 49-7 in command over the Leake Central Gators with just a few moments left to tick off the clock in a running clock situation. And the Whippets will get in some more younger guys into the ball game. And once again, we like to get everybody's name called. See Charlie Lang in there. I believe that's Jack Vance is in there. Get a few more names. Jackson Schuler is your backup quarterback. Rel Tolliver is your running back. Kendrian Latiker in as a receiver. Vance will motion. Bit of a waggle. The give will go to Rel Tolliver. Runs off right tackle. 8 yards on first down. Get a few other guys in there. Big Deshaun Johnson along that offensive line. Also Jaden Stewart on the offensive line. We mentioned Charlie Lang. Out wide as a receiver, you're going to have Zaylen Allen. Schuler going to throw. Catch pulled in by Latiker, running down the sideline. It's tackled at the 20. Good catch there by Latiker. Results in a Serve Pro first down. Also, Caden Thrash. Big guy in there, about 6'4". Sophomore. Hopefully we've gotten most of those players. Vance motions, lines up as an H-back. High snap, Schuler gets it down, gives it to Terrell Tolliver. Tolliver spins out of the first tackle. Gets across the 30, the 25 to the 26-yard line. Preston Eakins is also one of those new offensive linemen. And now I think that just about does it when we give you Aiden Adams, who is in. as a receiver. I think that's all of them. Schuler with a throw. Latiker makes the catch. Pushes it down the sideline. Cuts it back in. He gets a big round of applause from the Whippet fans and from his teammates. It's a big pickup up to the 42-yard line, 15 yards, and a Serve Pro first down. But there is a flag. Only in the area of a hold. It will be a hold. Yeah, going to be a hold against the Whippets. They're going to mark it off from about the line of scrimmage, so it should be a 10-yard loss. It's second down. It was second down in about 8, so it'll be second down about 18. Once again, I'm not great at math, but can make that notation. Kenyon Weatherby in as a receiver as well. There's a throw, incomplete. Led the receiver a little bit too much. I believe Schuler was aiming for Weatherby. So third down. Around 17, 18 yards to go. So keep the clock rolling. With a 42-point lead. Once it gets out to 35, you get to that running clock. Motion, handing off, going to Kenyon Weatherby. Tries to cut it up once he gets to the numbers. Look at about 2, maybe 3 yards. Fourth down. And about 13 yards. The Whippets look like they want to leave the offense out there. So Coach Orr maybe take it all the way down and call a timeout. And then could use the time to possibly work his punt team again.
Right.
You know, get some live reps for the punt team. But he is going to take the play clock down. He could get it down to around 1:14 maybe. Take a timeout and then possibly, as I said, run the punt team out there. Give them a chance to get some practice in. But Coach Orr will indeed take the timeout, 49-7, with just over a minute remaining. One final timeout here from Boswell Media Sports.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector, your fetching athlete, your crumbs on the floor detector, the warm, snuggly heartbeat at your feet. State Farm understands why your pet means so much to you. So State Farm and Trupanion have teamed up to give your furry family members the protection they deserve. Pet medical insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Albin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Hi there, mate. Joey Roo here. Introducing our brand new Roo Wing Station. Now open at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive in Kosciusko. Choose from 8 bold flavours. Teriyaki, lemon pepper, Parmesan garlic, barbecue, buffalo, sweet red chili pepper, mango habanero, and honey hot. Satisfy your cravings every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Don't miss out. Bring your friends, taste them all, and discover your new favourite flavour at Roo Wing Station.
Boswell Media Sports.
Well, out of the timeout, Kosciusko will leave the offense in. Fourth down, a throw. Catch made along the far sideline, cutting down the sideline, breaking a tackle, enough for the first down. I believe on the reception, that was Arshawn Newell. No, Nick Williams. That's 16?
I couldn't tell who.
16 or 18.
Yeah, who was that?
Serve Pro first. I think it was 16 or 18. Those numbers get bunched up. Maybe not 100% sure. But it's a Serve Pro first down. Handoff goes to Terrell Tolliver. And he'll power his way for About 5 yards up to the 40-yard line. Whippets won't have to snap it anymore. We got a game going between McAdams and JZ George. Last update I had late in the ball game, McAdams up 22-21. That will do it for this one. Kosciusko gets the win. The rivalry win 49-7. We are going to take a break. Come back and wrap this one up. All Whippets here tonight. Back after this on Boswell Media Sports.
Gear up for deer season at the Atala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Atala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
In the legal jungle, experience and personal attention are your best allies. Meet Al Chaddock, attorney at law, navigating the courts with direct one-on-one consultations. No middlemen, just you and Al, tackling your legal battles together. Ready for a winning strategy? Call Al Chaddock's law office at 662-289-2242 today.
Listing of the above legal services does not indicate expertise therein.
Boswell Media Sports.
Gear up for deer season at the Atala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Atala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
Did you know that 80% of learning in young children comes through the eyes? Thomas Vision offers eye exams for children starting at 6 months. It's very important for children to have an eye exam before entering first grade. Doctors Angela Thomas, Tara Dew, and Anna Middleton offer comprehensive eye exams that thoroughly assess overall eye and vision health. Thomas Vision's optical department has the latest glasses frames, and you get 20% off your second pair. Thomas Vision, Veterans Memorial Drive, and Kosciusko.
Sunstar Insurance walks with you through life's twists and turns, offering tailored coverage for every chapter. Our devoted team makes sure you have the choices and support you deserve, turning uncertainty into peace of mind. Whether you're securing a home, a car, or your future, we put reliability and care at the heart of every policy. With Sunstar Insurance, you're backed by a partner committed to protecting what matters.
I'm Robbie Robertson. I'm Bradley Tyler.
Sunstar Insurance, Court Square in Kosciusko.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. Commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, every dollar counts. This is Mandy Hudgens for Citizens National Bank. Right now, we're offering some exceptional rates on deposit accounts. If you're shopping for a great CD rate, we invite you to come by and see us so we can help your money grow. Or, if you need easy access to your cash, our Maximum Money Market account is another great option to take your earnings to a whole new level. Best of all, you can enjoy doing business with our local community bank, so come experience the difference of doing business with Citizens Citizens National Bank, where we've been in business since 1888, and we've been recognized time and again as one of the safest banks in the nation. You can also visit us online at yourcnb.com. Through the power of local, we're ready to help make your dreams a reality.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Watkins, Ward & Stafford welcomes member and partner Anita Goodrum, certified public accountant, to their Kosciusko office. Anita, along with Tammy Irving and staff, offer professional and personalized services and financial guidance for business and personal. Watkins, Ward & Stafford is a full-service accounting firm offering QuickBooks, online hosting solutions, payroll, and direct deposits. Welcome to Kosciusko, CPA Anita Goodrum. Watkins, Ward & Stafford, leading our clients through the next generation of change.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's the Premier Medical Group post-game show. Whippets lead at 49-7, or I should say win at 49-7. We'll take a look at some scores from around the area as we can give you those updates. 44-14 was what we had for the final. Eupora defeated Ethel. Brandon defeats Clinton 14-9. In that one, the Leake Academy Rebels whooped up on Winona Christian 35-7. That one is final. Got a shootout down in South Mississippi. Poplarville and Hancock. Poplarville leads 52-33. That's a basketball score going on down there. Northwest Rankin defeats Wayne County 24-14. Lamar over Caledonia 55-14. Start of the fourth quarter, Warren Central up big on Germantown 42-21. Choctaw County is taking the lead over Hernando 28-24 with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Grenada shuts out Callaway 28-0. And the last update we had between McAdams and Jay-Z George was that the Bulldogs were leading the Jaguars 22-21. But the main score that matters is 49-7, and that's what the Whippets get tonight, Jeremy. And it was a good offensive performance once again for Coach Orr and the Whippets.
Yeah, I mean, the Whippets just continue to put points on the board. And, you know, first half scoring 21 points, but then coming out the big third quarter, putting 4 scores on the board. And you had Roundtree, had a couple of touchdowns, both of them 44-yard throw and catch touchdown, receiving touchdowns right there. And then you had Schuler sticking it in from 6 yards out. You had Wade sticking it in from about 1 yard out. And so just a great offensive performance tonight. Another one. I mean, this is the third week in a row that this Whippet offense has just been churning for sure.
Yeah, the Whippet offense has gotten a running clock every ball game so far. The starters did go into the fourth quarter. That's the first time, but they didn't play much in the fourth quarter, and the team did have to punt for the first time this season. So, yeah, the Whippets get the win 49-7. Time to take a look at our Autumn Ridge Dental player of the game. Had a number of candidates tonight. I'm looking at Rowdy Roan on the defensive side of the ball, one of the leading tacklers for the Whippets. Also, you had Ricari Covington, who usually leads the team in tackles each week. And you're looking at someone like Zay Riley, who had an interception. Also, Trevion Nash, who had a big game from his defensive line spot. But I think, Jeremy, as you mentioned, a couple of big touchdown catches for Jontavius Roundtree. I think you got to give it to him tonight.
Yeah, he had two big catches, as well as he had about 15 yards on the ground. So he's going to end up with over 100 yards. Didn't touch the ball that much, but when he did, he's dangerous.
Yeah, so Jontavius Roundtree, your Autumn Ridge Dental player of the game. Whippets move to 3-0 on the season and go on the road next week, going back up in competition. They beat a 6A team to open the year, beat a 5A team last week, and you got a 4A team tonight. Got to take on a 6A team next week in Olive Branch, the Conquistadors. So that is going to be a big game. We'll have that one for you here on Boswell Media Sports and on all of our channels. Big thank you to Donald back in the studio, keeping us on the air. And, of course, thank you to Melissa, Lisa, BMO, Ashley, Macy, and everyone else involved in Boswell Media Sports. So Whippets get the win 49-7. We're going to get out of here and go home and celebrate the win with the rest of Kosciusko. But for our entire crew, Breck Riley signing off, saying good night and go Whippets.